Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your man, Jay Will. Thank y'all for joining us. For those that are ready to see this live broadcast from the G4 panel, we'll wait for a few people to get in, and I'm going to check the live stream right now. Hope everybody who's catching this live is doing pretty good. Thank you for joining us. Let me see here if I can grab the live stream. Make sure it's up. Let's see. Here we go. Okay, live stream here. Let's go to the control room. We are live. Let me grab the live chat. All right, Tech Right is already in there. That's good. They come hard. They come strong. Let's see here. Let me move this so I can get situated. Good to see everybody joining in. We're going to talk about the G4 in full effect and the G4 Plus. We're going to talk about those. As you can see, we have a nice big panel here. Man, I lost my windows. Where did my windows go? I lost my, I'm going to have to start this, not the broadcast, but I'm going to start another window. I lost my live chat window, so I'm going to go open it up again. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. It's your man, Jay Will. We got a nice, good panel for you today. We're going to talk about the G4 and the G4 Plus. Everybody on this panel obviously has that device. You know, we wouldn't have them on the panel if they didn't have the device. So we want to make sure we're giving you some real-world reviews and not something that's just fabricated. And we're going to make sure we give it to you raw like we always do. Keep it clean. You know how we do. And we're going to make sure this – what's going on, Sean? I mean, did somebody bump him up? Did somebody bump Sean up to moderator? Because last time we needed it. Oh, somebody already did it? Somebody got him? Hey. Somebody bumped LaShawn up to moderator already? Keith is already a moderator. It looks like they're already, okay, since I did it last time, they're already moderators. Oh, that's pretty sweet. Oh, nice. Okay, so all of the moderators that were here before, they're already moderators. I learned something new. Did you guys know that?
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so if you put somebody as a moderator in another stream, when they come back, they'll already be a moderator. So that's less work for us to do. Nice.
Nice.
Right? I had no idea. That is sweet. All right, so let me join my screens together here so I can have one big panel. And we're going to talk about the G4 on this stream. So let's introduce the panel real quick. For those of you that are catching this live, it's your man Jay Bill once again. We're going to do an exclusive video just for the G4 and the G4 Pluses. To me, in my eyes, and probably to some of the guys on the panel, this is one of the hottest and most impressive devices that has hit the market in such a short period of time. I think Motorola has done it right. There's always going to be someone that says that it's not right, and that's perfectly fine because you're welcome to have your own opinion. But let's introduce this panel, and you might see some old faces in here, and you'll see some returning faces, and you'll see some new faces. So, Jay, we got first. Let's go ahead and bring him out. This guy right here has been in the background of technology for I don't know. He probably watched all of our channels prior to being on this panel. But he's got his own channel now, and he goes by the name. His name is Anthony Knight, and you've probably seen him all over Google+. But he goes by the name now. He's named his channel Knight Tech Reviews, and I think it's going to be hot. Everybody say what's up to Anthony Knight, a.k.a. Knight Tech Reviews.
What's up, Anthony?
What's up, Anthony? How you doing?
What's going on? Doing good.
Anthony,
Good.
I want you can take a minute, Anthony, and tell them about your channel real quick. Post something in the post like a hello in the live chat so they can click on your link if they haven't got your channel yet. But you can take a minute and tell them about your channel real quick, man, and I'll move to my next special guest here.
Yeah, so basically, like Jay said, I've been in the background for about, I'm going to say, I started with the whole tech thing when I was, I don't know, maybe 15, 16. My first, like everybody says their first smartphone was the G1. To me, my first smartphone was the Sidekick, black and white. So, yeah, that's before the G1. But, yeah, my channel, I'm going to be doing a lot of unboxings, some, 24-hour weekly reviews. I'm going to try to, catch up to some of you guys. You guys have been doing this for a minute, though. So, yeah, everybody, subscribe. I got some devices right here. I know this is the G4 panel, but I just got this BlackBerry. Got this in today, this Nexus.
Uh-oh, J.Johnson in the house with that Nexus still. Man, I wish I had kept mine, man. I'd get rid of them too fast.
Got the Pure. I do have the OnePlus 3. It's not with me right now though, but I do have it. Just got this bad boy in today.
Nice.
Got that Axon 7 coming in on Thursday. So, like I said, I'm just going to try to get these reviews in. Hopefully get up to, the status of all you guys. I do watch all your channels. I've subscribed to all you guys. So, only thing I can say is thanks for having me.
Oh, yeah, man. It's a pleasure, man. I told you, this guy right here, man, he has been in the background for I don't know how long. And, I'm always quick to say, man, you should do a channel. But it's good to have them on board, and I think you're going to see on this panel right here, I chose these people for a reason because, they all have the device, and that's what we're here to talk about. So good to have you on board, man. I hope to see you on some other panels that we put together. But right now, it's a man on this panel. There's a guy on this panel. His name is J.Johnson. He's another guy. You've probably seen Jay on videos with me and Tony before back in the day. Yeah. But I guess it was a long time coming. When I saw Jay had pushed up with the Nexus 5X, and then I saw him rocking the G4 again, I said, you know what, I gotta reach out to him just to say, you know what, man, let's do this tech thing, and that's what it really should always be about, and have fun with it. And I think Jay has some good content. I've always told him that. I meant that from the heart. I think he's a good dude, and I think going forward, you probably will see Jay, and I'd love to be on his channel. I think we should mix it up like that, because you see Anthony and Tony they started their live broadcast, and I think this is how it should be going forward. Let's do this tech thing, because there's very few real reviewers left, so we see a lot of the big dogs out there, and I've always called them the big dogs because, they get the free phones, and we don't get the free phones. Everybody say what's up to J. Johnson. He's representing.
What's going on? Jay, what's going on?
Glad to be back. Glad to be on this panel.
What's up, Jay?
What's up?
What's up?
I got it flying and been in my house all day. Anyway, Jay, man, say hello in the chat so everybody can click on your channel. Just put a what's up or something in it. That way, in the live stream, they can click on your name, and they can click on it. They can go to your channel and they can subscribe. That's how we do it, man. If you're in my live stream, or if you're in a live stream with all of us, we all gonna support each other. We gonna watch each other's videos. We gonna tell the truth to each other. We gonna, hey, you probably should fix that, or hey, that was good, that was great, whatever. We gonna keep it real with each other, because again, it's just not a lot of that left. I see Big Easy in the live chat, man.
I got a question.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about this. Where's the live chat?
Oh, here's what you do. Hey, that's real. That's honesty is appreciated. All you do is open up a separate window and play this video, because for me it's a lot different as the moderator. I can see just a web page, but for you, open up this video from the link that I gave you, mute the sound out, and then you'll see the live chat at the bottom. That's all you got to do.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, just make sure you mute the video out. Next up on the list, my man, I mean, he's another guy who I met online. I love meeting people online, people who love technology. I love to be involved with them. I know that it's always going to be something exciting. All of us on this panel, what you're going to realize, we're going to agree on a lot of stuff, but we're going to have some points on it where we don't agree, and that's the good part. That is the good part. That's what I like. So this guy that I want to introduce next, you've seen him before. It's no stranger or anything like that. He goes by the name of Anthony as well. Now, he started his channel up, man, and he's got a movement going on his channel. That's the only thing I could think of. It's a movement. He's very good at being on camera with vlogs. This guy, unique about him is he runs his entire channel from a smartphone, and he has a computer. Go figure. He's going to put up a tutorial. He's going to be doing a tutorial soon where he tells us how to run our channel from a smartphone. I think this is going to be exciting. Everybody say what's up to my Project 13, to you guys, Anthony, to me. What's going down, man?
Anthony.
What's up? What's up?
Hey, everybody. Hey, it's good to meet the other guys. Great to have you on. It's good to be back. It's been a few weeks since we've done this. So looking forward to the conversation with the Moto G4 special device. So yeah, I've been getting antsy, been getting edgy, and appreciate the intro, Jay. And again, it's just great to be a part of a community where we all have something in common. Agree to disagree, right or wrong, all in fun at the end of the day. And for me, I think it's just coming away, meeting great people, and learning something new, something I didn't know before. And I don't know it all, and always willing and open to take in more information. So again, thanks for the intro. Great to be here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I love doing these live streams because you get to build a circle, a group of
That's
people.
right.
And I just think it's one of the best things you can do. Now, you hear me say the big dogs and everything. Well, it's not to knock them. I always say that. It's just that if me and you both have to stand in line to buy our device, we're probably pretty much the same type of person. You know, if we got to go catch an upgrade or something like that, we're all the same. This next guy on the list, you already know who he is. I really don't have to introduce him, but everybody's probably already following his channel. I follow him, you know, not because I'm on the stream, but I was following these guys prior to even doing this stream stuff. But this name is Tony P, Tony Pazo. He puts out, I've introduced Tony on a number of other videos, but Tony used to do Apple tech, like ripping Apple phones apart. And that's how I actually first saw Tony, because, you know, I used to rock with iPhones a lot at one point. And I saw him doing all these tutorials and stuff. And click on his name and go back. If you're catching the live stream, I'll probably just put a link to everybody after this live stream is over. But if you see him, you go back to his videos. I mean, I'm talking about just tutorials out the world. Tony actually just put up a tutorial, I think yesterday or today. So, because there's a new jailbreak, and he'll probably talk about that, or we can address that in another stream, but for the iPhone. But Tony is another person who's he's good on my book, because he's another one, like everybody on this panel. We have to go to the store and we have to do our upgrades. We have to buy them cash. We have to pay full cost. Yes, there's no upgrades for the Moto G. You have to buy it, you know, at cost. So everybody say what's up to my man Tony P.
Tony!
What's up, everybody?
Tony?
What's up?
Hey, what's up, everybody? You know, Tony here. You know, I do a lot of video reviews for those of you that are not subscribed to my channel, and I try to get, you know, the latest devices. And yeah, that's what I do, unboxings and reviews, and I give you guys my opinion, my thoughts on devices, you know, review some cases here and there, some headphones here and there. And yeah, cool.
This is a good thing. You know how I do. I'm drinking some water, eating some cookies, and we're going to kick back on this Moto G thing. So check this out. All the panel members, people on this panel right here, you jump in and chime in at any time. I just kind of want to get a different perspective, because sometimes I can like a device a little too much. And then after the fact, I come to the realization that it wasn't as good, or there are some things about it. And since I posted my full review of the G4, there are some things about it that it does have some cons, but it's not really, really bad. So I want to start this video off. Just anybody could start, wherever you guys want to start. Whoever goes first, it doesn't matter. There has to be something about the phone, the G4 or the G4 Plus, because I think Jay is the only one right now with the G4 Plus. Right? J.Johnson has the Plus, I think. I think he's the only one. We got rid of, I didn't even get the Plus, and then Tony got rid of his. I think Anthony got rid of his. I think, no, yeah, Anthony, the other Anthony, he has this one also, but J.Johnson has the Plus, so he's the big dog. And Anthony, Anthony had the Plus, but he opted out of it, and he went down to the lower priced one and lower spec one. But there's got to be some cons or something about this phone that you kind of indifferent about, or you just don't like. So I kind of want to get a take, and this is for people watching also. People in the stream, if you have the device, go ahead and comment as well. But it's got to be something that you guys dislike about the phone, or it needs an upgrade, or it needs to be fixed with a software update, something. You guys, what do you guys have?
I'm going to go ahead and start off. I'm going to say the speaker on the front. My experience with it, at first I kind of disliked it, but, you know, as I'd rather have it here in the front than on the back. So the speaker is not that loud as I would want it to be, but it's in a good spot, you know. Let me mute this out.
Well, I guess I'll go next. I think for me, I'm going to say this in my review coming up. I had the one issue. Me and you, Jay, Will, we talked about it with the MMS. For some reason, I guess with Cricket, it wouldn't work. I had to download Textra in order to get MMS. So for some reason, with Hangouts, with the stock, it wasn't working. I couldn't use Facebook Messenger to send messages for MMS. It wouldn't work at all. So that was one thing, and then it's something small. Most people might not think it's a big deal, but if you play games on Google's Play Game app or whatever it is, and you want to record a game session, it won't let you do it. It said it's not supported.
Oh,
So,
wow. I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
I normally record videos on screen, you know, when I record them. So
I don't know if it's just my unit though. So you should try it to see if it's the same thing.
Yeah, that's brand new. I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Never tried.
I was going to record a video last night of the gameplay. I was going to do it that way, and yeah, it said it wasn't supported.
Mine says looks like it's supported.
See, I got to that point, and then when I tried to hit record and play, it wouldn't let me do it. Let me try it again here.
I think I'm going to try and install it right now because I've never heard of that.
Let me try it again here. Watch, it ends up working. I'm on camera live, and it starts working. Watch.
Yeah, it's working on mine.
It's working on yours? Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it.
You think that's user error?
I'm going to try this again because I tried it last night, and it said it wouldn't work.
What's the name of the app?
It's just Play Games.
It's just a Play Games app.
Yeah.
It's called YouTube Gaming is the one I use.
Yeah.
Is that the one you're talking about?
No, I use the Google Play Games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use the green icon. It's the green icon. It's Play Games.
Play Games. I'm on the wrong one. Let me see.
It's working for me.
Let me try this here.
Yep, there it is. See, it's working.
Oh yeah, it is.
See, it says for mine. It says. Let me try it again. It's saying it's not doing it for me.
You can't even make it to this screen right here where it starts the game and you have to record and all that?
Nope, I can't record. Let me try it again. So maybe it's something with my. Maybe I got the messed up device out of the group.
Or you might just need to go into your developer. You might need to just go into your developer settings.
Yeah, mine's is working also. I'm on that Google Play.
That's what I get. You can't. Can you see? You can't see it. It says not supported on this device. I'm not sure why.
That's odd. Well, I'm not a gamer, so I guess I don't have to worry so much about that. So
It's very odd.
Yeah, but okay, I guess I'll go next. So, basically, I love the device, but I do wish that it had a second speaker at the bottom. Like he said, the speaker's not as loud as, say, my Moto X, but that's the one thing I wish I did have. And the only real problem I really have, and I think Jay, you also had this problem, is the some apps hang. I don't know why, they just do. And I've tried, but I don't know. It doesn't do anything. It's still hanging. Have I frozen?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
You guys still?
there you are.
Okay, you back.
I don't got him.
He's lost out there somewhere.
Yeah, I don't see him.
He'll be back.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and go until he comes right back.
Okay. Yeah.
I would agree as far as the speaker, and I'm trying to remember the price value of this device. Okay, I mean we're looking at a $199 device. We were able to get it for $150. The G4, not the G4 Plus. So I don't want to be too nitpicky, but I would have liked a second front-facing speaker at the chin of the device. I don't think that's a lot to put on there. But realistically, outside of that, I don't find anything really that is really a huge negative with this device. Now the G Plus.
That's that NBA Live over there. That's that NBA Live.
I'm sorry. I'm just, everybody's working except for me, and I'm just bugging out right now.
And now the commercial break's over. Back to you, Bob. Check it out. The G4 Plus, for me, that fingerprint sensor on the front was annoying to me because I kept thinking it was the home key. And I kept pressing that, thinking I should have been back to my home page and realizing I'm hitting the fingerprint sensor. So I think that if you're going to have the G Plus, that it would have been nice to have that on the back and not on the front with the on-screen buttons, especially with that home button right above that fingerprint. It's too darn close. They should have at least made it that more rectangular shape like the Samsung devices, at least to give it a little more spacing below so you wouldn't mix up the two. So if you have the G4 Plus, I think that would have been my biggest negative on that device. But as far as the G4, I really don't have any negatives outside of, hey, give me a front-facing speaker, the chin of the device, to match the top. And that's kind of where I'm at with that.
Wow.
You're okay with the loudness of the speaker?
Yeah, I really am. I play different genres of music on here. I watch my movies. Now, I will tell you this. If I had to put the one speaker, I think I would have put the speaker at the chin of the device instead of the top. I don't know why, but at the same time, I don't really see anything as far as the speaker on the front. It is louder than the J7, which has a decent rear speaker for the location. It's okay, but I really don't have a problem with the loudness and the quality of the speaker that's on the front. Which has a decent. But that's just me, right? So.
Well, Anthony, you back, man? Is Anthony back?
Nope.
Is he posing? Looks like he's just posing right now. I'll go ahead and go, man. I think one thing, I don't know if it's like a con or a dislike, but one thing for me, a problem that I've run into since I posted my full review, I was going to do a video about it, but, you know, some people on YouTube get offended when they like something and you have you've got something that you're picking out about it. We've all experienced this. If you say something's bad on Google Plus, it's a wrap. They're going to attack you, especially if it's Nexus phones. It's amazing how that goes down. And this is kind of considered a Nexus phone, but because of the stock experience. But one problem I've been having, and let me know if you guys have had this too, depending on how hot the phone gets, the camera will shut off.
Yeah. Well, it's never shut off on me, but.
Yeah, over here it displays this thing. I try to make it happen again, but it doesn't happen unless I'm outside, because over here it's like 110 degrees outside, and then I was keeping it in that thick case. So when I was doing a video in the car, the phone got really, really hot. Like the temperature of the phone got hot, and the camera would come on, but it would say something like camera failed or something like that, and the phone is like really, really hot. That's Anthony right there.
I haven't had that issue.
But yeah, you had that happen too? Have anybody had that happen?
No.
Not yet. No.
I had the camera freeze up on me, but other than that, the device was hot. I was actually making a video with it, and it got real hot, and the video started getting real choppy while it was recording. But yeah, I did have a similar experience. Yeah,
in the video, I know what you're saying, because when I recorded the OnePlus 3 video, the video became, the hotter the phone got, the video slowed. You can see it in the video. You can kind of see it. It was out of focus a few times, and it kind of it wasn't stuttering, but it just wasn't performing like it was when it was cold. So it was kind of strange that it just flipped out like that on me, and I was like, wow, and I went outside. I put it under the fan. I got it cold again, and then once I did that, oh, there's Anthony. Once I did that, the phone camera performed well again, and everything was good. But then there again, once I went back outside to I was trying to shoot a video of my car to give a camera demo. We'll get to the cameras because these cameras are boss. But I was trying to do that, and it just kept getting hot. It was so hot outside down here. It was like 104 that day, and then I had it in a case. And I just couldn't record a video outside because it was just too hot. Meanwhile, I took other phones outside and had no problems. So that's an issue that I had. Like I took the Moto, I took just several other phones outside, and I just didn't have any problems. This phone got so hot, and I actually have a gun. You know those heating guns that you see on video? I actually have one of those coming. Thank goodness, I've been waiting on it. But I wanted to check the temperature and see how hot it got. But the phone didn't shut off. The camera shut off. So that was an issue. So that's the only real issue I had. And also that same app that won't open, my Sideline app, it just won't open for some reason. Well, I mean, it opens, but it lags so much. It's unbelievable. Yeah, unbelievable. So
Well,
you
no,
guys have any other?
That has not happened to me on my device. That actually happened on my 6P where it froze up, but not on the G4 yet. And I'll be watching for it. But do you think that could have been because there was maybe something in the background open that could have been prohibiting the camera from not working properly? I mean, just throwing that out there.
I think it was because the phone got way too hot.
Way too hot.
Yep. That's what I thought it was. Because when it cooled down, it performed well. And then, like Tony was saying when he was recording video, it gets a little choppy. It's like the processor really starts to work, and the phone starts to heat up. So I think it's just because the phone got really hot, and the camera, at least the phone didn't reboot, but it needed to cool down to make the camera work again.
Right.
That's
Okay.
the experience I had. I mean, Tony, when you was doing it, did you see, like?
Well, I was having a hard time. I had mine on a tripod while I was recording. I think I was recording for like maybe 20 minutes. And then you start to see the video. First it was going out of focus, like you said. And then you start seeing the video like stutter right on the display while it's recording. And I was like, whoa. And then I ended up continuing to record. And then when I uploaded my video, you could see it slightly on the video. Yeah.
Agreed. You very well can see it. But I think, has anybody had any major problems? Because online, okay, so I'm looking in the live chat, and people are saying that the phone has not people, but some people are saying that there was heating issues with the Moto G. I haven't had any heating issues with the phone, like playing games and stuff like that. It doesn't heat up for that. It only got hot when I was doing a video recording with the OnePlus 3, like recording the OnePlus 3, and then it got hot when I was outside in like 100-degree weather, and I had that case on it. Other than that, have you guys had any issues with the phone just getting hot from playing games? I mean, just because that's been the problem of the internet.
I've had the Moto G basically heat up only like when I take my daughter out to play Pokemon Go. But I'm guessing that's just because I'm playing the game and the screen is constantly on. And in order to use the Moto G in direct sunlight, you actually have to turn the brightness all the way up. So I'm guessing between the brightness being all the way up and running the Pokemon Go, which is already, using your GPS, using your data, and then on top of that, everything else that you have running in the background. That's really the only time I actually had it heat up on me. So.
Yeah, that's the only issue I had too with Pokemon Go. That's the only issue I had, that when using Pokemon Go, it got a little warm, but not. If you want to warm a damn near hot device, get that the Lumia 950. Now that once you have that, Moto G is nothing.
Oh my God! It gets hot, man.
Oh yeah.
I don't know, because this right here, I think this might top it, because this thing will burn your damn hand off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I talked about that in my full review. That phone gets really hot.
to the point where you just gotta throw it down and go to the next device. I'm like, that thing, man.
Well, does anybody know, as far as Pokemon Go, because I'm seeing some chat about that, what are the spec requirements for your device to have to be running that game to begin with?
I think you just have to be.
Isn't it 2 gig of RAM?
What'd you say?
I said I think you just have to have Android 5.0.1 or something like that.
Oh, okay.
I think that's really the only.
There isn't any internals as far as at least it running like 2 gigs of RAM with so much. I mean, I heard that there had to be a certain a standard spec-wise for a device to handle that game, and I'm wondering maybe the 617 is probably working too hard to try to process that game. And, you know, being that if it had, let's say, an 805 or an 810 or an 820, then it wouldn't maybe heat up like it has been on certain devices. I don't know. And anybody watching right now can leave some information. If your device is heating up, what specs are on your device that aren't heating up? So I don't know. I'm just kind of throwing that out there because it kind of seems like that game is using up your device enormously. You know, people are out running around playing that game using the devices to the tilt. So I got to think spec-wise internally. There's got to be an area where your device isn't going to reach that heating area when playing Pokemon Go.
So some people in the stream have pointed out a few things. Paul Check said it best. That's why I was holding this up. The J7 with this Exynos processor has no problems doing Pokemon Go. Exynos processor though. But someone else in the live stream said that it's the 617 sock. Right. I'm kind of inclined to believe them. I'm kind of inclined. But why isn't it happening on other phones with the 617? I mean, that we know of. We know of.
Exactly.
So I'm actually looking at the requirements. So it looks like you just have to have Android 4.4 to, you know, up to Marshmallow, at least a 720p screen resolution, 4G, Wi-Fi, 3G, GPS services. You cannot use an Intel CPU.
Wow.
And for iPhones, you have to have an iPhone 5 Plus. You have to be on iOS 8 or higher. Strong internet connection, GPS location, and jailbroken devices are not supported.
Wow.
Wow.
That's about it.
In the stream, let me scroll back and find it. And let me find out what he said here. Also, Eric has already done Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. If you haven't seen it, he's done a full video on it. It's like 8 minutes or something. I don't remember. I watched the whole thing. He did a full video on it, pointing out that this phone could not handle the Pokemon game. But Keith Williams said it best, and you can confirm this, Anthony. You can confirm because you have the R1. He said the R1 doesn't even heat up. Keith Williams said the R1 is good, but it doesn't heat up at all.
Yeah, this little puppy right here, if I close my eyes, there's times that I think I have the S7 Edge in hand, or even my Nexus 6P, or the LG G5 in performance. And I've had no issues with heating issues, freezing whatsoever with this little device. You know, as far as a wow factor type device. That's what this gentleman Keith is saying, that he's having no issues with it, and obviously he's a Pokemon guy, so taking his word for it, you know. So maybe something to think about bringing in for $60.
Yeah, I won't complain. I think I mean, the 617 on this phone, that's the only thing I've experienced. I haven't really had any experiences like that on other phones, but you guys think it could just be the way this one is put together or the way this one is set up? Because it does get hot with the camera for me, but I haven't had any heating issues. But Pokemon, here's what I'm going to do. I don't play this Pokemon game, but I'm going to put it on here, and I don't even want to mess with that, man. But
I see people out there all the time. All the time like this. I see people out there all the time just walking, doing this. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. I'm going to install it. I'm going to try to play it, and then I'm going to get back on another stream whether or not it's good or not. And well, the phone I'm saying, not the game, because I want to know if my phone gets really hot, like Eric from Easy Computer Solutions. Yep. Paul, hey, J.Johnson, and also Anthony, both of y'all had the plus at one point or another, and Jay, you still have the plus. If you look in the stream, Paul Freeman, that's my man Paul Freeman, he says the G4 Plus sucks.
Well, I mean, that's his device maybe, but so far for me, it's been great. I don't really have too many complaints. Like I said, my mysterious issue that no one else has that I have, and that's pretty much it for me. And my MMS issue, but maybe
you know what I want to do? I want to know. First, Anthony, you can go ahead and respond since you had the plus too. That's why I told people to get the G4 while it was a 149. We're only talking about the cons right now, but we'll get into the pros in a little bit. But I told people opt for this 149 while you can grab it. It's still on sale right now. Get the lower spec version one if you can. You're not missing out on much. But Anthony, I want you to chime in on that G4 Plus thing because you had it too. What do you think about it? Paul says it sucks.
Well, I don't think it sucks, but again, remember, this show's about opinion and not right or wrong, and we agree to disagree. So I don't think it sucks. I just think that this is basically a stock Android device. It's a simple performing device. It's not going to give you a lot of extras. They gave you a few extras on the G Plus if you want that. You like the fingerprint sensor, then cool. If you like laser autofocus, then cool. Face detection, then cool. The thing is, I can live without that with basically a stock Android device. It's a performant device that gets me to where I need to go with it and what I'm going to do with it. And my annoyances was the fingerprint sensor on the front. But knowing that I can live with that, those other things on basically a stock Android device, why am I going to pay that much when I can simplify my everyday use in a device and get something for $100 less that I'm going to get what I want still? I'm just losing a few little things that really aren't that practical to me for $100. Does that mean it sucks? No, because if you enjoy having those few extra things, you're into taking a lot of pictures and so forth, then you may want that laser autofocus and face detection. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on who you are if that's what you want. And you're going to pay the few bucks extra. For me, it didn't matter. I'm saving $100 for my channel to bring in another device, and I'm cool with the G4. But the G4 Plus, sure, still simple device with a few extras that I don't think sucks. But it's just what I want. So
okay. So on another stream, I called out a guy, my man Keith Williams, and he manned up and he called and he explained the reasoning behind his 1+1. Now it's your turn, Paul. Paul is in the stream saying, "Hey, it sucks, this, and this." Paul, that number's for you. Call us up right now. And we were kind of hesitant. I didn't know we were going to take phone calls or not, but the line is open for Paul. Anybody can call, but I want Paul to call first. Paul, take a second and ring his phone because I want to hear your voice. I want to know why. Because texting on here and in the live stream, you can only say so much. I want you to get to the masses why you think the phone sucks so bad, because I think that it's a fantastic phone. Paul, ring it up, maybe. Come on, you got to call because I want to know what's really going on. He said, he said, sorry, typing on my sucky G4 Plus. Come on, get out of the stream for a minute, Paul. Call us because I want to know. I want people to hear your opinion, because the stream is not just for us; it's for a whole bunch of people. I want to know why. I think some of the panel members might want to know why you feel it just sucks so bad. Not in a bad way, like call you out, but it's all in fun. But it's good to hear your voice because you can only type so much. I want to know why or what has been your experience with it, because I told you I'm having a bad time with the camera when the phone reaches 110 degrees, it gets really hot and it cuts off. So I got the line open for you, Paul, right now. I just put it in there. Let me put it in there again. I'm going to put it in there again for you. It's 309-0906. I'm putting it in again for you, Paul. Because I got to know, what is some people say they love the G4 Plus. But, I didn't get the Plus because I was like, I'm not spending an extra $100 for a fingerprint reader.
Paul, you said the G4 Plus sucks, but you just said you like the fingerprint reader, so that means it doesn't totally suck.
Yeah, no, yeah. That's what I wanted to call.
I'd have to be.
You don't want to
I mean,
call now.
it either sucks or it doesn't. You can't find one good thing and say it sucks.
Yeah, and again, all of our perspective and opinion. Here he's calling. He's calling. So here we go.
Okay.
Oh.
Paul, you're live, man. Good to have you on the show with us. I'm glad that you called in. Give us a little bit more on why the phone sucks for you.
Well, first, it's kind of weird me calling. I'm trying to do the internet at the same time. I never called in before. But, I'm having problems with the memory of the phone, the camera of the phone. Like, the camera's choppy. I went to, like, a picnic on Saturday, and the phone just started jumping all over the place. Like, the camera, it's hopping and going back and forth. It's panning. You know, it's just, this is probably, like, I don't know what you guys are experiencing, but I can say this is one of the worst phones that I've had. And I'm coming from the OnePlus 3.
Wow.
I'm serious. I mean, I'm coming from that OnePlus 3, and maybe I just got, maybe I'm just still, like, attached to that. Because it's only been a couple of days. But
yeah, the camera is amazing on the G4. I mean, it is, and I don't have the Plus. I have the regular G4, and it is phenomenal, man.
Well, that's when you can take a picture. That's the problem. It's pretty good, but if it's jumping all over the place, and I'm trying to get it to focus, and this thing is still focused on. I moved a little bit to the right, and it's still showing on the screen that.
Oh, wow.
There's a problem.
Hey, let me ask you this.
You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you this. You said you had a problem with the memory. Are you taking advantage of adaptive storage, or do you have an SD card in there, or do you just talk about the internal storage?
I got a 200 gig SD card, but for some reason, on my phone, now I formatted it and I've done everything, but I don't know if it's taken, but it's saying that my phone at one time, it said 10.15 gigs were taken on the phone. There was no room left. Now, I don't know why it's not, it's only putting certain things to the SD card, because on my SD card, there's only 3 gigs of, of anything on there. So I got like 180-something gigs left. So I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's my unit only, I don't know, but I didn't have a good experience with this phone.
Well, I'll tell you what, here's some recommendations, and I think it's a good one. Now, as we speak, Tony actually has a 200 gig in his phone, and he hasn't reported any problems yet. I have 128 gig in mine, and Rob Horton in the comments said, why don't you drop it down to a 128 gig card, which is what's recommended, and move it to a class 10. And that might solve that problem. Yeah, see, Tony's got 200 gigs in his with no problems. But, I mean, the phone itself, you are having some problems with memory, though, because it shouldn't be using up 10 gigs, just having it in there.
This is what it looks like on.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. I couldn't even download a game today. I tried to download one game. I had to delete like 2 other games in order to get it to act right.
So Tony, did you hear that?
Yeah, mine's is fine. I don't have a problem with storage on mine. Mine is, as far as memory, is doing good.
Wow. It might just be your phone, man.
Like I said. Yeah, I'm thinking, maybe it is that. I was thinking about resetting it and trying to do everything all over again, but at this point, I'm just waiting for my Axon 7 to come, so I'm kind of, I think I'm a bypass on doing anything to this phone. I don't know, I'm just not really, like, my Moto X Pure, I liked it, but this one, I just can't get with it. I don't know.
I think I would take Tony's advice. And this guy Rob Horton, and I think he might be onto something because drop the memory card size down, but go to a higher class, which is faster, and then do a factory reset with the card outside of the phone. Put it in the phone, format it, clean it out, start fresh. Don't do a backup. Don't do a backup, because if you have a corrupt file, you'll never know what it is.
Yeah, it's gonna put it right back on there.
Yeah, it's gonna put it right back. So
well, see, that's
Exactly.
the first phone actually that I had in a while that I set up as a new phone. You know, so I set this phone up brand new. I didn't import all of my apps like I normally do, because it's like 100 and something apps that I usually would import on any other phone. On this one, I didn't do that. And I don't know. I'm just not having that good experience. I mean, I'm going to put another SIM card in there. And like I said, though, I'm just waiting for the other phone, my Axon.
the Axon will definitely excite. I think you'll probably enjoy the Axon whenever you get your hands on it. I think a lot of us are excited about that phone to get our hands on it. I think we'll all be happy once we can actually get our personal feel on it, check it out, enjoy the speakers, review it, whatever we want to do with it. The screen should be beautiful because it has a quad HD display. But we're not going to talk about the Axon. We all know that's going to be a beast. We got another video for that. Once everybody gets their Axons, we're going to have a talk about that too, because that's going to be that's going to be a phone to be reckoned with, I'm sure. Man, I'm surprised that you are actually having all these issues. But I would just go back in the live stream and look at, when you heard everything we're saying, reset it, drop your memory down, and go up in class. Because as a matter of fact, Tony, what class is your memory card?
This is the one that came with the LG.
So it's a 10.
It's a 10, yeah.
It's a 10 then. So is yours a 10, Paul?
Mine is the same exact one he has. It came with the, it was the one that you got when you got the LG phone.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
it's a 10 class,
Yeah, so that's good. But well, the adaptive storage, you say you have adaptive storage set up, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so for those that
when I look, it's just weird.
Yeah. Okay, so then something's definitely wrong there. So here's what I recommend you do, for real, because the phone you have is a good phone for what all of us have experienced and several other people. But here's what I would do. The adaptive storage is something. I would go into the adaptive storage, unlink it, and reset it new. You're going to lose everything, but remember, you're trying to solve a problem with a bunch of issues with yours. Reset the phone before you do anything to the phone. Don't sign into a Gmail. Just skip everything. Put the SD card back in there after you formatted it. Turn on your set up the adaptive storage, then set your phone up after your first reboot. And then see what happens, because there's just no reason why you should have this many problems.
Yeah, I mean, it's just been ridiculous. But I mean, I'm gonna do that today. But it's not really the top priority right now.
The Axon 7.
I wish I had never got rid of my OnePlus.
I like the OnePlus.
That was kind of the phone for me right now. So. I remember. Thank y'all.
Oh yeah, man. Much love. Yeah, I really appreciate you. We got some stand-up guys in this stream. Most people probably wouldn't call, but Keith rang it. I called Keith out. He rang it up. Paul, you my man. You rang it up. You handled your business. So I appreciate the love. And you get back in the stream, right?
Oh yeah. I'm getting right back on. I just something's wrong. My iPad is not connecting, so I have to do it through my phone.
Okay. All right, man. I appreciate the love, man. I'm gonna leave the phone calls open now. So you kicked it off right. You got it going right. But we're gonna leave the phone lines open. But we're gonna talk about some pros here in a minute. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Bye. Bye.
And that's what I'm talking about. I wanted to hear his voice, and I'm pretty sure you guys did too. You want to kind of hear what's really happening to him, man. So anybody want to chime in on a pro, or y'all got anything else that y'all feel like should be? Have anybody had any software issues?
I had it felt like it was a slow device. I did see some lag, but that was like the first day that I set everything up. As the days went by, this is like day number 3 with it. It seems to be performing pretty good. I did disable animations. I disabled all animations, and it just opens applications a little faster, and it seems to be performing real good. I don't have any complaints right now at the moment. Other than the little speaker issue, but so far I like this device. Yeah.
Yeah. Anybody else got any software issues?
No.
No lag anywhere?
I did.
Nope.
I had lag, man.
I got the cream of the crop.
No problems.
I got the cream of the crop.
I didn't have any lag. I didn't have any
think-
lag, but I did disable animations, and it did make it go a lot faster.
Yeah, it does.
It's the black device, I think. The white device is fine.
Man, I'm gonna get you.
Black G4s matter.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I wonder what color Paul's was.
Pause. Oh man, boy, that's a good one right there. Wow. Wow. I have problems with the same application. This is my sideline application. For some, I can't stop laughing at that one. For some reason, my sideline application just will not act right. No matter how many times I open and close it, it still will not act right. It just won't open on the first, boom. It doesn't do it like all the other applications. Do y'all have any problems with any apps not opening?
I haven't had any experiences like that. No, everything seems
Nope.
to be working fine.
Wow.
Everything's working fine on this side.
Yeah, I don't have all my apps open. I don't know.
Well, I'm gonna try Pokemon. I don't really want to play it. I don't want to play it, but I gotta see if it's actually what it is.
Can you demonstrate the application when you open it? See what
Yeah,
it does? Let's do that.
Watch how long it takes to open.
Oh wow.
See what I mean? Boom, and then it opens up. You see
So
what
there
I
you
mean?
go. It opens
That was
up.
what, about 5 seconds, or how long was that? About 5 to 7 seconds?
Sure. What was that usually?
And that's what the animation is disabled?
Yeah, that's what the animation is disabled.
Whoa.
So I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. But that's not really a deal breaker for me, though. That's not something that I would say, oh, I'm getting rid of this phone. It's nothing like that. But I bet you everybody on this panel and everybody in the stream can think of a bunch more pros than they can cons. Yes?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I have to say, I disagree with as far as with the fingerprint. I like the fingerprint reader on the front. I like how how it's set up.
Yeah, I hate it. That's why
I
I
don't
didn't
have
go. I
any
think it
issue
looks
with it.
hideous to me on the front. That's one of the
like
besides the fact that it was $100 more, and obviously I could have gotten it, but I'm always trying to find the best deal, and I'm just being honest. I wanted the same phone, but if I can cut some corners, I'll take it. But the square on the bottom is a problem. But you know what? I'll get it though, just to get. I don't have a problem buying it because I already have a case for it, a tempered glass. I have everything for it, so I'll get it just to see it, and I might fall in love with it. I did it with the HTC.
Yeah.
So I fell in love with HTC. So I guess I've never held it. Does it look bad in person, Jay?
I didn't hear you.
Does it look bad in person, or?
No, I mean, I think it looks better than the regular G4 because it doesn't have that big empty space there that the regular G4 has.
But do you think it should be round like that?
I like the shape of it. I actually like it more than the. I don't know how the S7 looks, but no, the S6. I like it better than the S6.
They all look like that.
Same thing. Well, I like this better than the S.
Yeah, hold it up real quick to the thing so I can see.
You see
No,
it?
just the button portion. Like turn the screen off and then hold it up, and just kind of put the button in front of the camera.
Can you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I see
slide
it.
over.
Okay.
It's not bad looking.
It just looks weird. It's too small. Maybe because it's too small. I mean, Anthony, you had the Plus 2. What do you think about it?
No, I mean, like I said, I prefer it on the back. I like the circular fingerprint sensor. To me, personally, I think I get a better read. It's not that I didn't get a good read out of that square front sensor. I just didn't like the placement because I kept mistaking it for the home button. But it's nice to hear that you like it. I mean, and that's the thing, that everybody sees it differently. That's the way I see it, and I'm not going to see it any other way because that's just me. But totally dig the fact that somebody else can say, well, you know what, I love it, and that's cool. But if you're asking me to customize a device, I'm always going to ask for that on the back of a device. So does it look that bad? No, it doesn't look that bad at all. It is kind of different because of the square. It just almost seems like it was just kind of misplaced in that on aesthetically in that on that device. But it's not bad either, if that makes any sense. It's not a deal breaker whatsoever. It's preference.
Hear it's fast.
Huh?
I hear it's fast. Is it fast?
It is pretty darn fast. It really is.
It's fast, Jay?
Now, hey, Jay, and anyway, the one thing I wanted to say about that, remember I said that I rather had it shaped, the rectangular shape, and that was only to aesthetically have it not so close to the display. Now, on the S7 Edge, as fast as that was, the response on the Moto G4 Plus was a lot quicker than the S7 Edge, because there was times with that rectangular shape, circular shape, that it would miss my print. But you got it on just right, and bam, the device came on.
Right.
The square is what's catching the response really quick.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, I agree.
So Jay, let me ask you, front or rear? Which one do you prefer?
I prefer front.
Wow. Everybody else on the panel, you want front, or do you prefer? Or Jay, go ahead, Jay. You was going to say something. I'm sorry.
Well, I prefer front when I'm at work because I have my phone under my desk and I'm trying to sneak in text and stuff. So there are enough times I want to have it in the front, but I do like the back too. But yeah, when I'm at work, I like it in the front. So.
So
I like your honesty.
Yeah.
Yeah, for real. You guys prefer front or back? Rear mounted or front mounted fingerprint reader?
Go ahead.
I like the fingerprint, rear fingerprint. I think I don't really use it much because I have my G-Watch R paired up, so it's always on lock. So I just gotta swipe it open. That's it. So it really doesn't matter, front or rear doesn't.
I'm going back.
Back. I don't know, man, because I was all for back until the OnePlus 3, because that fingerprint scanner is.
It's fast.
You can't really beat that one, man. But I'm like, I don't know. Maybe if they put that fingerprint scanner on the back of a device, then I'd probably use it. But right about now, to me, the OnePlus 3 has the best fingerprint scanner in the best position. Maybe just because I'm used to hitting it now and it's so fast and quick. I don't know. I'm gonna go with front.
What was that?
So I'm gonna go with the front.
So 2 front, 3 back.
Yeah, I say the rear mounted fingerprint reader. And it's so weird because I used to really hate, I'm not going to use the word hate, that's such a strong word. I really used to dislike the idea of having a fingerprint reader on the rear. And that was just because I was so used to having it on the front. But once I got used to it with the Huawei, the Nexus 6P and the Huawei, the Honor 5X, those phones really transformed me on the position. And the LG started it. But the LG fingerprint reader I had on my B10, it was good. But when you put it in the case, there was some issue. You had to reset up, and but having it on the rear now is, I think, the most powerful position. It's like the only phone I want to have a front fingerprint reader on is a Samsung phone. Everybody else kick rocks. You got to put it on the rear. Yeah, but even the Stylo 2 has a fast fingerprint reader. Tony?
Yeah, definitely it does.
I like the front though. I don't have to worry about having to pick the device up if I have it laying down. I think someone said it, if you have it on the desk. If you have it laying on the desk, it's a lot easier. You might want the front as opposed to the back. That's how I feel also.
Yeah, I mean, it's pros and cons in both. And you notice I said, what's your preference? I like them on both, but if I had to build my device, it would be on the rear. It will be on the rear. It would definitely be on the rear. I just think it's because I actually sit my phone's face down because I don't want to be bothered. I'll just face it down. I don't want to be distracted with social media because all of us are always on social media. We're recording videos, we're chatting, we're doing something. So I have to take a break at some point or another to where I don't have to mess with social media. I'll put it on vibrate and I'll turn it down and I'll face it down so I'm not tempted to look at it. If I'm trying to watch a movie or something like that, I'm putting it down. When that movie's over, I just put my finger on it, turn it over, and it's already on. That's just me. But yeah, let's move forward to anybody else have anything that's kind of a con or a dislike before we move forward to pros?
One last thing. I would have liked to see, actually, somewhat of a metal frame on this device. But, again, for the price point, you're asking for too much. But I can imagine what this device would have looked like with a nice metal frame around it. My concern is that down the road, it'll start to chip maybe along the sides and the top. That as far as the build, what they used to coat this with. So I'll be keeping a case on mine. But I think if you don't keep a case on yours, wear and tear eventually start to fade that color out around the frame of the device. That's not a metal frame. So that I think with a lot of budget devices these days, I mean, you look at the Blue R1 HD, and that's got a pure solid metal frame all the way around it, and it's about $100 device without the special price. So yeah, would have liked to see the Moto G with a little bit more of a durable frame being metal. But I'm being nitpicky now. But
really,
I like what it is. Don't get me wrong. I like what it is. I love what it is. I'm just saying, if I built my own device, I'm paying another $20-25 for that metal frame.
I actually thought it was metal.
No, it's plastic.
I thought it was metal. I'm over here checking it out.
Well, if I'm getting one, I'm putting both on. I'm front and back. How about that?
Oh man. But it does look like metal, but it's actually plastic. I actually wouldn't want any metal on here because I like the weight of the phone.
Yeah.
And just this rounded body type. You know what I'm saying? I think the plastic on here looks really great. And I don't think I'll have a problem with chipping even without a case, unless depending on what I drop it on. But maybe the white ones will show real. The reason I didn't get the white at first because it might look dirty real easy. What if the dyes in your blue jeans or the dye in your suit jacket gets onto the phone? I've had white phones do that. A soft touch white phone, like my white BlackBerry Passport. As soon as I put it up against something really dark blue or a dark color, it was on the phone. Like sweat, and you perspire, and it got on the phone. But I don't know. I'm kind of content with it as is. But I know that I do love metal bodies. But I don't know. I guess since it doesn't have it, I can't visualize it. You know what I'm saying? I can't see what it would be like. And it does look like metal.
Mm-hmm.
It does. It's plastic.
I don't know. And it gets cold like metal because my Moto X and this, they feel the same.
You said they feel the same?
Yeah, man. It's just this one just has the sharper edges. Like if I didn't know, like the normal consumer, if you don't tell them anything, they go out to pick one of these phones and they look at them, they're not gonna know. They're like, oh, I have $200 in my pocket. They're going to go with this one, and they're going to think it's metal. Because if you don't tell them, it does feel like it.
Yeah,
I thought it was metal, actually, yeah. It's got that look to it. The paint.
They did a good job.
So let's move to the camera, because this is something that I've watched online, and there's so many views about the camera. Some people say it's crappy, and some people say, it's okay. But as far as camera quality, and I think everybody on this panel has shot a front-facing video with this phone. So give your perspective. Anthony Knight, you could start this one if you want to. What's your perspective on the front camera?
I love the front camera. I actually almost used it to do my BlackBerry Priv unboxing. But I decided to go with the back. But I love the forward-facing camera. I used to take selfies all the time. So I'm not gonna lie. When I first got it, it surprised me. I didn't think it was gonna be that good.
Tony's crazy. Jay, what's your experience? Anybody just chime in? Chime in. What do you think about the camera?
For selfie lovers like myself. It's pretty good, especially with the front flash. So
everybody taking a selfie right now.
No, I think it's awesome. It really surprised me.
Yeah,
I didn't expect it to be that good.
What is it? A
the
5?
front
It's a
camera,
5, right?
Yeah.
5 megapixels. Yeah.
I think it's high. I think we all shot. Didn't we all shoot? We all did a demo. Anthony, you're gonna put your demo up. You haven't done it yet, but you did a demo. All of us done demos. Did a video demo with this front camera, right? And posted it. I'm sure we all have.
You got
I
a
did
couple of
video.
my vlogs shooting with this front-facing camera.
Oh, fantastic! I know
Yeah.
Tony's. I saw Tony's.
Yeah,
And I saw
I
Jay.
did video. Actually, the best part about the phone that I really enjoy is the front-facing camera. When you're in motion, when you're like doing car vlogs, it seems to be very stable, very
Yeah.
nice quality. I like the front-facing camera. As far as taking videos, real nice. That's one of the good things I enjoy about this device. Front-facing camera rocks.
Full HD, 1080p.
I'm gonna test that out tomorrow on maybe on my Segway ride. I'll do it. I don't know. Haven't tested the video yet on it.
I think you'll enjoy the front camera. This front camera it's just, I can't put into words how impressive. Like Tony just made a good point. I was actually going to say that, but I'm glad he said it. You can put this on one of those brackets, and you can't. It doesn't even show that it's moving, and it doesn't have optical image stabilization. It doesn't have it. But I shot a lot of videos driving with this, and it's phenomenal. I think you're right. J.Johnson, he's got one up too, crystal clear.
Yeah, and I'm walking with the phone, and you can't tell that I'm walking with it.
So what does that say about these companies that say, oh, you got to have optical image stabilization, it's a must? Do you really have to have it?
Nah, I don't think so. I think it has no stabilization.
That's
in
what
the
I was
front,
looking
and it seems more stable in the front than the rear.
You beat me to it once again. And Tony beat me to it again. That's what I was going to say. That the rear camera is really good, but the front camera appears to be really stable. If you haven't tried it, even in the live stream, if you're catching this on replay, put your phone in your car, put it on a bracket, and shoot a front-facing video, and watch how impressive it really is.
It's better than my BlackBerry forward-facing camera. Tell you that much. I just tested it. I'm like, oh man, I think this one's what, 8? Yeah, and this, yeah, it beats out the BlackBerry Priv forward-facing camera.
It's impressive. But I think
It really is.
Huh?
I think it's very impressive, and I'm still learning every day more about shooting video and taking pics. But from what I've seen, you know how we always say today's 720p is better than yesterday's 720 when we mention, you know, areas like that. I think the fact that in today, 2016, on these devices, the camera and when shooting a video is better than where it was, even with the same spec line than it was a couple years ago. So you don't necessarily need, you know, optical image stabilization. There's better optimized in the camera areas that now it just, I sometimes I don't even see the difference. So again, one of those other areas I can live without, especially when I'm only spending $150, $200. I'm not going to worry about it. And you know, even on the J7, I love shooting video with that because it's the same experience. I don't really see a lot of shake. They're just doing so much better, these companies, with making these devices that you can live without OIS.
So LaShawn, and by the way, I appreciate all the guys in the live stream doing the mods for me. We really appreciate it. Thank you. Now that I know every time you join the stream, you're going to be a mod, so that's great. I appreciate it. I don't have to worry about doing that anymore. But Sean said that OIS is really nice, and I agree with him. It is nice. But I guess phones like this prove if it's done right. And you know, remember when this was Motorola's like downfall? Remember their cameras? Remember the Nexus 6? Everybody was like, oh, this is horrible. It was like they were on a downhill slope for a long time, and you know, people didn't really care for their cameras. But this phone right here should really take them back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, this camera is that good, and but if it had optical image stabilization, wouldn't it really be sweet?
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
Definitely. Definitely.
And so we're getting a lot of bang for buck. For those that caught it for that discounted price, you know, this is just a really now Jay and Anthony, y'all had you have the plus and you had the plus. You've had both, and you just have the one. You still have the plus. So I'll start with J.Johnson here. The camera on, I've seen your video demo, but a little bit more detail on the front. Are the cameras really that good on the plus, or do you think you could have just went with the regular G4? Because you've seen video demos.
I mean, from the other videos I've seen, I would think that you could probably just go with the regular G4 and be okay. I don't see there's a huge difference. I think it's just the focusing, laser out of focus. But if that's not a big deal to you, I don't think you really need to, bump up to the G4 Plus.
And that, my friend, is an honest answer. And my name is Jay Williams, and I approve that message. I knew he would answer like that. I knew he would give an honest answer. I knew he wouldn't say, "Oh no, you got to get the plus." There's no way, Jay. That's an honest answer. I know he's telling the truth, because the reason I say that is because haven't you guys seen it where people saying, "Oh, you get the better camera on the G4 Plus"? Haven't you guys seen that everywhere?
Yes.
It's amazing. Yep. Everybody's saying that it's better, but they're not. They're trying to help these companies sell the phone. But Anthony, man, you had them both in hand. So now that you've gone down to the regular G4, like J. Johnson said, is it that much difference, or you would recommend the 4 over the Plus, or what?
No, I mean, again, if you want the few extras, grab the Plus. But if you find that necessarily a must-have, but I'll tell you, no, I don't notice any difference between the pics and the videos between either devices.
We got a call that just came in. We appreciate it. It's your man Jay Will. You're on with Tony, Anthony, and J. Johnson. Who we got on the line?
Louis, hey, what's up?
Hey, this Louis. He's a fake. He always calling, kicking with us. Louis is always on, man. What's going on, man? Everybody shout out Louis. If you in the live stream, be sure to click on his name and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already done so. I mean, real talk, Louis is on. Louis, we're going to see him on another stream probably tomorrow and Saturday, or Thursday and Saturday. We always kick it over with Eric on his channel. Louis, what you got, man? How you feel about the G4, the G4 Plus?
Oh, I don't know because I don't have the device, but I had a question.
Yeah.
What you think about mid-tier devices challenging high-end devices?
You know what? Everybody on this panel, let's give a short, brief answer on his question. You heard what he said. He said, "What do you feel about these type of devices challenging phones that are considered high-end devices?" Anybody want to go first?
They are a challenge.
I think.
Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. I was going to say the same thing, that the bigger companies are in danger when companies start making these budget devices, especially flagships.
Yeah, I totally agree. It all depends who you are and what you do on these devices. Do you need all of that? Most regular consumers don't need all of that. And when you have a device like the Moto G4 or the Moto G4 Plus, or even a couple more $100 like the 6P that and even the Axon, well, I don't know if the Axon's going to be, but when you get a few unlocked devices that are capable to work on all 4 carriers, then you start threatening those other companies when you can get what you need on a device for $200 and you can walk into any shop and say, "I'm ready to go." You know, because for me, if I was the average consumer, the Note 7 wouldn't be that big of a deal for me. Yeah, it's going to be a sweet device. It's going to be everything and possibly anything you would want on that device. But do I really need all that? No. I got it right here for $150, and if I'm the average consumer, I can decide to move from one carrier to the other, get it going, walk out, and I'm happy. That's it. So they should be scared.
And to expand on that, I mean, this is probably the only device in this price point that, I have, shout out to John Davis, he has it on Sprint, I know somebody has it on AT&T, T-Mobile. You can go to any of those U.S. carriers with this device, and as for as low as 125 for the the version with the ads, that's going for $125. You can go to any carrier you want to. That's huge in my book.
Huge.
That's something you can't do with the OnePlus 3, the Exxon 7, any other carrier devices. You can't do that.
Actually, the Exxon 7 is available on all carriers. It's going to work with Verizon, Sprint, AT&T, and T-Mobile. I remember you were on Twitter saying that, but go ahead. I didn't even cut you off.
Oh, no, I was saying I talked to the customer service. They said no. They said it's only going to be GSM.
No, it's supposed to work on all carriers. Verizon, T-Mobile, AT&T. At least that's what ZTE told me.
Oh. Well, I mean, at that price point, I mean, if you're an average consumer, you can go to any carrier you want to, and that gives you that freedom that a lot of people are looking for, to be able to bounce from carrier to carrier when you don't like what's going on at that carrier. Mm-hmm. For $150, you can go ahead and move to where you want to go.
Agreed. I agree.
Urban Tech Review says, I don't think they will die out as long as they have Samsonites and Apple fanboys. Okay, so maybe they won't die out, but maybe, again, we've talked about this many times, they're forced to at least bring the prices down to be more competitive. Or give us, you know what I'm saying? Or at least give us branches of, like, say, the Note 7, a couple other devices that have a little lesser specs, so it makes it more affordable for people to pick up something like a Note 7, whatever, an off branch of that device that would only cost you $500 instead of $800 with just a few less specs on it. In other words, they'll be able to give us options instead of just one option. Anything once you get over $700-800, man, it's just a lot of money when you can get it right here.
So Anthony, what do you think, man? What's your take on it?
Man, like they said, it's going to cause the bigger companies to basically bring their prices down, because phones like this, they are, disturbing the whole thing. For the simple fact is, if I can go out and get this for $150, why even go out and get this for what's this at $253? I'd rather drop the fingerprint scanner and whatever else that one has, because I haven't even booted it up, get this. Then you also have, like I said, like he said, the normal consumer is not going to be looking for all that. 1080p, quad HD screens and all that other stuff. But at the same time, with companies like ZTE, OnePlus, coming in with devices at $399, what is the sense of me going to pay $800, $700 for the Galaxy S7 Edge, or whatever the price is going to be for the Note 7? And then people are saying, like, when I first got the OnePlus 3, everybody's like, oh, that's not going to affect Samsung, that's not going to affect Apple. But at the end of the day, even if, say, 100 people buy a Moto G4, that's taking money out of Apple and Samsung's pocket. Mm-hmm. And sooner or later, people are going to catch on and look like, hey, that guy just spent $200 on a device that has everything that my device has, and I paid $600. So the bigger companies, they're going to have to do something. They're going to have to drop their prices, and sooner or later, we're going to see it. There's going to be a Samsung Galaxy S something. It's going to be an 9, and it's going to come in at like $500.
Wow. And Luis was I don't know if he dropped off but he was still on the phone. I think he thought that we lost him, but I muted him out because it was picking up the microphone. But Luis, man, appreciate your call. Now I'm gonna take a stab at this question because this is a legitimate question, but I'm not gonna be far off from these guys. There is absolutely a big disruption in the industry because of here he is right here. Here he is. Luis, you on?
Yeah, I don't know. I got disconnected.
Oh, okay, yeah, you were still on, man. But I'm taking a shot at your question here. I'm gonna mute you out for a second while I'm and you can listen to me. But I think that it's gonna be a huge disruption in the industry if companies keep bringing out phones like the J7, the K10, and more importantly, this phone right here that we're talking about, the G4, like all the other panel members have said, this is a powerful force in the mobile industry. And the real question is, why are we settling? Why are we still buying $900 phones? That's some of our mortgage. Why are we doing it when we have good quality right here? Why would we do that? We do it because we're tech bloggers. But what about the average consumer? And I think Jay, I think Anthony, they all said the same thing, right, Tony? You know, with phones like this, you know, the average consumer won't know. They're not asking for a 1080p display. They're not asking for, I want a quad HD. They're not asking for any of that. They just want a phone that works. We've all been in a T-Mobile store, an AT&T store, whatever, and you see that customer saying, no, I don't need that. I don't need that. You know, so yeah, it's a huge disruption on the industry, and I think it's going to be a good thing, and that's better for us, right? Because instead of buying one $900 Galaxy Note, and then my other people in the family, they only get like a $39 phone, everyone can have a beautiful smartphone, right?
Yeah.
Everybody can have a beautiful smartphone, and it's unlocked. If my son don't want it, I want to go to AT&T. Take your phone with you. Boom. Get on out of here. Take your phone with you. It was $100. Go. But yeah, man, that's how I feel about it. So, Luis, man, what do you think? You got anything else for us?
Yeah, the next question you were talking about, it doesn't matter on the average consumer. I agree and disagree. Let me give you my example. I've been doing research with lots of different people, and some people have told me, well, you get what you pay for, but they're not really checking people. So they brainwash. They see like Samsung or Apple, they think it's degraded because they're like, oh, that's the best phone. It's supposed to work because I'm paying a lot of money. But it's not true. You and I know that, but they don't know that because they're not your typical techie person.
You're right. I mean, I don't think anybody's gonna. There's a whole bunch of viewpoints you could possibly make. Yeah, I mean, I think the average consumer, is just this. It might sound kind of. Let me just say it. If you get offended by this, then you know you're a little too sensitive. But the average consumers don't know what they want until you tell them what they want. Look at the market. Now, I wasn't talking about you, Louis. I'm saying, but just in general, everybody watching. The average consumers don't know what they want until we tell them what they want. That's how these big corporations operate. They tell you what you're supposed to be having. Like, tell me something. Why is it we didn't have 2K screens a long time ago?
It's all marketing.
Exactly, Tony. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. It's some of the mods. If you're in the live stream, one of the mods, can you put the phone number? There's people asking for the phone number. But yeah, let me tell you something. Tony's absolutely right. Marketing. They're going to slowly. Don't you guys know there's already a 4K smartphone? The testers are using them right now. The beta testers are using. Listen to me. The beta testers are using 4K smartphones. The beta testers are using the new iPhone. The beta testers are using the new Exxon 7. The beta testers are using the Max Pro. The beta testers are using the Moto Z. The beta testers are using the Moto Droid Z. Are you listening? They're using all of that. It's already in place. Tony said it best, it's marketing. I think I lost Luis again. You there, Luis?
I hear
You
you.
there, Luis? I can't hear you, man. I got you on speaker, but I can't hear you. Let me see. You there? Say something.
Yeah, I'm here.
There you go. I got you. But yeah, I think Tony said it best, man. Marketing.
Yeah, it's all about marketing strategy. I've been saying that to people.
Agreed.
Because, you know, if you look at it, if you're a business owner, you want to make money. Obviously, I understand that part. But also, that's why I explain my message so people, you don't have to spend a lot of money. But some people say I'm wrong because they'll be like, no, if you don't pay a high-end money, you're going to get a cheap phone, which is not true. I try to prove that to I didn't say, here, take my phone and use it for a week, one of the cheapest phones that I have. But I don't want to use that $2 phone, but that's called brainwash.
It sure is. That's right.
Yeah, and then And that was my last topic that I wanted to touch to let somebody else get on the line.
Yeah, somebody was ringing, but I ain't gonna cut you off. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the love. Whoever that was calling, give us a call back. The phone lines are getting ready to be open as soon as Louis hangs up, man. I appreciate the love, Louis, man. You always been there for us, and we're gonna always kick it on the side, man. That's all good, man. Appreciate it.
Okay, I'm up.
All right, brother.
Hi, Louis.
Yeah, show mad love to Louis, man. He's in every stream. He shows love to all of the bloggers out there, man, and he keeps it real. He's on our site. He's one of the real users, you know what I'm saying? And so it was a bunch of calls coming in during his call. So be sure to ring it back up. The phone line's back open, and we're gonna take some calls, man. So, man, it gets heated, you know, because I think personally, if I wasn't a blogger, let me ask this to the panel. And in the stream, post your comments in the stream. If you were not on this panel and you were a regular consumer, what kind of phone would you have? And if we get a phone call, I'll grab the call. I'll let you know. I'll jump in. But go ahead, you guys. Somebody jump in. What kind of phone would you have if you wasn't a tech blogger?
What I got right now?
The G4?
The G4 Plus, yep.
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and say iPhone, simply because everyone in my household has an iPhone. They're all Apple. Everybody's Apple. They got the iPads. They got the Mac. So if I wasn't a techie, I'd have the iPhone. That's just my household.
I had to choose. I would say, just for the little bit of time I had it, the Sony XA Ultra. Because it's under $400 and this display and camera is awesome. That's what I'm using right now to talk to you guys.
All right, we got a call. I'm going to get to you guys back on the panel in a minute. It's your man, Jay Will. You live right now with J.Johnson, Anthony from Night Reviews, and we got Anthony, My Project 13, and Tony on the line. Who we got? What's up?
Hey, man, I just want to say, hearing all you guys talk about the Moto G4, I'm going to Best Buy right now.
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm going to tell you who this is. I'm getting ready to tell you guys. I don't even have to. I know who this is. This is Paul Check right here, and I know who it is. Paul Check.
Hey, I'm serious, man. I'm about to go get it. I was debating, should I get the Moto G4 or not? But, I mean, hearing you guys, it sounds like it's a good device to pick up. It sounds like it really is.
This will be one of the best. Tell them, guys, this will be one of the best purchases you make. See, if you weren't now with Best Buy, you're going to get $50 gift card. But what most of us did, we went through Amazon and got the $50 instantly. So if you're patient, get it through Amazon and get the $50 instant rebate with no ads, and just have it shipped to you overnight for $4.
Mm-hmm.
Or
Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon's offering the $50 gift card also now.
No, it's instant though.
No, they have the
okay.
Plus.
Oh, they changed it? Did they change it?
For the Plus, yeah, it's a gift card now.
Oh, for the Plus. Okay, so Paul, for the Plus, which model were you going to go with, Paul?
No, I was thinking about the Plus, yeah.
Okay.
I was thinking about that.
Yeah, you might as well just go to Best Buy then if you're going to get the Plus, because J. Johnson just confirmed it's a gift card with them. But if you were going with the regular model, it's an instant rebate through Amazon. But if you're not, if you're going to go to Best Buy, it's a $50 gift card with Best Buy. So you can still use it at Best Buy. But this will be one of the best.
Okay.
You'll be happy with this phone, dude. I'm telling you. You'll be happy.
Right. Yeah, I've only had I've tried the Moto. The only one I've tried before in the past is the Moto X Pure Edition 2015. I had that one. I still have it. That's a good device. I like that. So would you say it's kind of, I know it's like a near stock Android experience you're getting with it. What device can you compare it with? Or,
It's like having a Nexus.
Or is that...
Tony said that?
Definitely.
It's like
having a
Nexus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I'm definitely interested now. Yeah, it sounds like it's definitely a good device to pick up. I was holding off for that ZTE Z Max Pro, but I might pick this up in the meantime because that doesn't launch till the first. So yeah.
So, Paul, you just answered a question. There were some people asking Carly was asking in a question in the chat, and Paul just answered it about the Max Pro. It actually comes out on the 1st for those that didn't know. And I saw that, we were kind of in, but Paul just answered it. The Max Pro does come out on the 4th. So yeah, but Paul, I think this will be the best. And the reason I wanted to do this video, and these guys agree with me, they said, Jay, we'll help you, because I wanted them to tell you how good this phone is. Because when I do videos sometimes, I've heard people tell me, say, oh, Jay, you say all phones are good. And I always tell them, well, no, you're not watching my videos then, because there's a lot of phones that I hate. I think these panel members can tell you there's some phones that I hate. And I've openly said it, and when I do that, people jump onto me. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm telling you, these guys can confirm, I can confirm with you. We have it right now in hand, and that's what this video is about, to get people aware, like Lewis was saying, we don't have to pay these high prices. And we all agree we don't want to pay high prices. Why wouldn't we get one of these for our family members?
Right. And I'll tell you what, I do a lot of my decisions based on watching you guys. You know, you guys are on my subscriber list. You know, when you guys post a video, it pops up my notification. So I really do trust your guys' opinion and, you know, what you say about these devices. So, yeah, I mean, I'm sold just based on, you know, this panel that you guys have right here. So that's good, man. I mean, I honestly will believe you guys, you know, and nothing against, you know, Android Authority or any of these other people, but I know you guys go purchase these devices, pay with your credit card, you know, just like how I do it as well. You know, that makes it just seem more real to me. Yeah. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I mean, I can't put it into words. It's so weird that Paul says he subscribed. We subscribe to each other, really, but Paul's a blogger too. He does tech videos. He's just not on this panel. So if you're in the live stream or you're listening to the recorded version of this, go to Paul Tech's site. He does fantastic work. Paul's going to be on a future. I'll let it out now. Paul's going to be on a future panel in August. So look for that. And some of the guys on this panel will be on that in August as well. So look for that later on. And the person that was asking about tomorrow, Tech Talk 12 is still tomorrow, just so you know. But this panel right here, I've been waiting to do this panel with these guys because I know they have the phone. And so some people got it a little after the other person. But Paul, let me tell you, I think everybody on this panel will check. Jay still has the Plus. He loves it. Tony and all the rest of us have the regular version. Anthony had both versions. You see, they're holding them. You know, it's just it's a must. In the catalog of your tech reviewer, I hate to say you gotta get this phone, but
you gotta get this phone.
Please, when you get this phone,
you gotta get this phone.
All the guys say you gotta get this phone.
You gotta get it.
All right, yeah, that sounds good, man. That sounds like good information you guys are providing. So, all right, man. Well, I don't want to hold up the phone lines, but yeah, thanks for the info. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I look forward to your guys' next videos.
I'm looking forward to your video, dude. I want to see what you got to say about the phone. I'm gonna be waiting for that video.
We're waiting, Paul.
Yeah, I'm gonna be ready. All right, Paul, man.
Yeah. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.
All right, take care.
Later.
All right, you too.
Paul Tech in the house, man. Paul Tech is a blogger itself. That right there, you know, you heard me talking earlier. Tony knows. All these guys on this panel probably heard me say it's a community. It's like we're not going against the Pocket Nows and the Techno. You know, we're not. I don't have anything against. I watch their videos. You know what I'm saying? But I just feel like if me and you and all of us in the stream are standing in line together, you know, checking out at Walmart, it's, you know, not to say that they don't do that. It's just that I know that Tony bought this with his hard-earned money and his cash, and I know some of you can tell we all know when someone has a review unit. The phone's not out yet, right? It's not out yet. So we know that that's a review unit. Do they go back and buy it later? Who knows? Who knows? Where were we at, man, on our, what were you on before the call came in?
The pros.
The pros.
Yeah, we're on the pros.
Were we on pros? We were discussing one thing in particular. We were going down the panel. What was it? I forgot.
It was if you were a tech reviewer, which phone would you have now if you weren't a tech reviewer?
And who was in the midst of theirs? Somebody was in the midst of theirs.
I don't know. Mine.
Anthony.
I think that was the final one.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll take a.
I got two answers for that. Okay. If I'm getting one out of the T-Mobile store, because that's where we have our plan, our family plan, I'm grabbing the Samsung Galaxy J7. It's going to be affordable. I'll be able to pay it out of pocket, out of my allowance. It won't affect the family finances whatsoever. That's what I'm going for. If I'm going for an unlocked, out of T-Mobile store, I'm walking into a Best Buy, I'm going with the Moto G4. Again, I'm still staying within an affordable price range. It doesn't affect the family. I'm not a YouTuber. I'm not a reviewer. All I'm looking for is a device that's going to be sufficient for the next year or so. And I've just only spent a couple $100, and I'm satisfied.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and be the oddball in the crew because that's who I've always been. I know what you guys are going to say. But let me tell you something. If I was not a tech blogger, be quiet, Tony.
No.
Be
Burn
quiet,
it.
Tony.
Burn it. Burn it.
Going down
Tony.
the ship, huh?
Tony told me to burn my shirt, man. Tony had me laughing earlier, man. You know, the people watching this video and in the live stream, if you don't know, we all talk kind of outside of these videos. We have a great time, man. But let me tell you something. If I was not a tech blogger, I always had a BlackBerry, and that is where I would be. So wherever BlackBerry is right now, I will be rocking the BlackBerry Silver edition, period. And I would keep it until the wheels fall off. Whenever it comes out, I would be upgrading in the BlackBerry ecosystem. Or if Tony, you guys can't see this on camera if you're watching the replay, but if you're in the live stream, you see what Tony just put in there. But you know, the thing is, I was in the BlackBerry ecosystem. I remember I was on BlackBerry 7. I was on it before then. I used to have a sidekick a long time ago also. So I probably would still be rocking with BlackBerry, and it would be on BB10. So that's probably where I would be because it's very beneficial for work. I mean, it's extremely essential if you're running some kind of business, and I do. So it will be great to continue to rock with my Silver Edition. I will be rocking the Silver Edition, and that's Tony said, "Burn my shirt."
Burn Berry.
That is what I will be rocking with. So we covered the front camera. Let's move to something that I think now here's something that customers might. If you were in a store selling a customer this G4, one thing I would talk about is the display. Now there are some cons to this display. We did all cons, and we're switching to pros. But there are some things that's not so much a con, but it's kind of I want to get your take on the display, comparing it to other displays that you have. So anybody can start first. Tony, you can start if you want to. Whoever. Let's talk about the 1080p IPS display on the Moto G4 and G4 Plus because they're the same, right?
Yes.
Gotcha. So somebody chime in and tell me what's their true thoughts. Have you had any problems? The burn-in, the whatever. Do you like it? Are you starting to not like it? Is it big enough? Is it too small? Whatever. Somebody can take a stab at it.
I love the display. It is an IPS display. I am an AMOLED fan. But I'll let you know this. I did a video already showing you in the dark that there was no light leaks, there was no bleeding on the display like I had on my LG G5. I've now had this device for, a couple weeks? Or no, a week after I returned the other. But the other one was the same display, 1080p IPS display. It is beautiful. For what it is obviously it's a little warmer than the AMOLED display. But the depth of field when I'm watching movies is just gorgeous. Just gorgeous. And so no complaints. A week later, I can honestly tell you it's one of the best IPS displays I've seen. Why couldn't LG put that on the G5?
Wow. Woo! Shots fired.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Well, as for me, I've only had the phone for like 3 days, and the display is captivating. The display is beautiful. You can see the text looks real nice and vibrant on there. I don't have issues. As far as outdoor visibility, you do have to turn the screen up, like Anthony mentioned, because visibility is like a little on the shady side. But the display is beautiful. Once you pick this device up, I think it's pretty bright. I think just visibility outdoors is like the issue, but it's a pretty nice, beautiful, bright display. I like it.
I guess I'll go. I love the display. I keep it on max brightness. I don't know why. Maybe because I love the display. As you can see,
Very
it's
nice.
a beautiful device. the one thing, like I said, you do have to turn it up in, direct sunlight. Don't forget to turn it down though when you get, you go to bed, because I turned it on and it'll light up your whole room. You wake up everybody. But yeah, like when I first unboxed it, because he was like, yo, we had a conversation. He was like, you need to get this phone. The display is gonna, amaze you. As soon as I took it out the box, tell the truth, I didn't even think it was a 1080p display. I thought it was higher. So if you're gonna get this phone, I say get it, because the display is beautiful.
Boom. Boom.
I have to agree. I think the display is great. For me, I knew it was a great display when my alarm went off in the morning, and I went to turn my alarm off, and it almost burnt my retinas because it was so bright. So, that only happens with Samsung devices. So I knew that right there, that was it for me.
Definitely.
Oh man,
Definitely a thumbs up.
Yeah, me too, man. I was kind of blown away. We all know that AMOLED is my primary, my preference for displays. If you don't know, if you haven't been following my my videos or my channel for a long time, AMOLED to me is the way to go. It's much brighter than most LCD displays in the sunlight. And I think, unless some of the panel members disagree, that's totally fine. But or in the stream you disagree, but AMOLED is just bright. Like my J7 is just such a beautiful, and I got the brightness way down on the J7. Look how bright it is. It's a beautiful display. But when I pulled out the G4, I'm not gonna lie. I was just like, man, there's no way. There's no way that this is a 1080p display. And the Moto Z phone wallpaper. Shout out to Jose Santana for hooking me up with the Moto Z wallpaper. It's just gorgeous. It just sets this display off. And this display is bright also. And I keep the display turned down as well. I don't use auto bright because it drains the battery faster. But I keep the display, that's about what, 30%, 35%. I keep it right there. And if I go outside in the direct sunlight, then I'll crank it up. But I think this is a beautiful display, well worth the money. For what we're getting in this package, it's just phenomenal. Sometimes I'm at a loss of words because you really wouldn't think, and most of us got this on a deal for $150. But still, I would have paid $200 for this. Now that I have it, if there was no special, I think it's worth $200. Might be worth $250. I don't know.
Definitely, definitely.
Yeah, I think they could probably sell this for more.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they could sell it for more.
Which really surprised me, and I mentioned that in one of the videos that I made, with the 3rd gen being priced at $180 when that came out. I don't see why they didn't price this at $229 or somewhere right around that. So for $200, my gosh, wow, what a deal! That's Christmas right now in summer, with this device. So Merry Christmas, you all.
Oh man. So you guys, talking about the display. While we're in the display, the next thing we see is the software. So with the software in this phone, I know you guys are not going to agree on this because there's some things that I would definitely do, but do you guys feel like there's some upgrades or something that could be different in the display? I mean, not the display. I'm sorry, the software. Sorry, I was trying to multitask. Software experience, is it good? Is there anything that you would change about the software?
The software, it's pretty much stock Android. So I like stock Android. I think I prefer it over Samsung and LG. I think it runs a little smoother.
Well, start that, Tony.
I'm just giving you my opinion.
Oh, you don't give you a hard time. Samsung Knights is up in here all the time.
Oh, I know that. I just think that the experience is like a cleaner, simpler, and it just runs smooth. I think it runs pretty smooth, and I'm glad that it doesn't have any skins on it. I'm glad it's just almost a stock Android experience.
I think so too. The one thing I think, Tony, you pointed this out in your video. I didn't even do it in mine. You said it has an FM radio, and That right there alone is. There is something in this what I would like to change though. I'd actually like. It's gonna sound weird, but and it does. There's the FM radio for the people that were kind of wondering. Tony pointed it out in his video, and he's right. That's a huge plus. If you run out of signal or just something, you've got an FM radio built into the phone. You don't have to take any MP3s or anything with you. But one thing I would change is just kind of minor. I like a gallery app. I don't want to use photos like Google Photos. I prefer a stock gallery app. And I don't know, it's just what it is. And they don't have the Motorola Gallery. You guys remember the Moto Gallery app?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did anybody else like that application?
Yeah, I like this.
Can't you download it? Can't you download that from the App Store?
I can't find it. If somebody can find that, please give me a link to that because I've been looking for the Motorola Gallery app. Can't find it.
What? Wait. The actual.
Go ahead.
Sorry, the actual Motorola Gallery app that came with the phone?
Yeah, the older Gallery app.
The older?
The Motorola Gallery app. You got to remember the Motorola Gallery app.
Have their own gallery app before they decided to just go ahead and scrap it and go with Google Photos.
Yeah.
Oh, I just noticed it's not there.
It's not there.
Oh, you know what it was? I've been messing with multiple phones. That's why I was like, what do you mean? I just had it. It's on the Moto X.
There you go.
I'm like, what's going on? What you talking about?
Yeah, that's something that I would do. Did everybody give a shake at the software? Anthony, would you change anything in the software? I think you
Okay.
Not really. I think it's fine. I like what's the name say? I like stock Android. Just throwing in my 2 cents, and I'm sure the normal consumer would love something like this. It's simple. You don't really have to go searching for things. Everything's right there.
All right, we got a call. I'm gonna take this call. Hey, what's going on, everybody on the line? You're live with J. Will, Tony, J.Johnson, Anthony, and Anthony, my Project 13. Who we got on the line?
It's your boy Eric from Easy Computer Solutions.
Oh, look at Eric. Look at Eric trying to sneak a call in. I'm like, Eric, look at this. Well, everybody in the stream, everybody watching right now, this is my man Easy. I call him Easy Eric. He's the owner and founder of Easy Computer Solutions. Be sure to hit him up. You can find him on YouTube. He runs a special channel, New Orleans Tech Guy. Always the big dogs in the house. That's what I'm talking about. What's up, man?
Hey, what's happening? I had to call in and chime in there as well, say what's up to everybody. I see y'all in the stream. What's up, fellas? I see y'all, Project 13 in the building. I see my man Tony. What's up with everybody in the stream? At y'all. Y'all know I'm filming right now. I post videos every day, so I'm almost done filming.
Oh, man. I'm glad you call in and show love, dude. You always show love. I'm going to be over on your street. I'm going to be there.
Right. I know. I do that stream every Thursday, every Saturday night. Got that podcast. I tell you what, I had so much fun this past Saturday calling out the Samsung Knights. I knew that stream was going to be controversial, so that's why I did it.
You sure did, brother. You better not do that again, brother. We'll go drive out of Louisiana and get you. But you know what, though? While Eric is on the line, if you guys missed it on Thursdays, Eric has changed things up. I'm gonna say Eric is going mainstream now, and I like it. I like the direction that he's going. So last Thursday, Eric had a stream talking about some very important issues, and it just so happened on that stream, as soon as we started talking about how good God is, didn't that stream cut off, Eric?
Yeah.
Everything just went haywire.
It went completely off after when we started getting into the good stuff, start giving them praise. And, the stream messed up. And my internet connection was spotty, and I got over 100 megs. So, it was crazy. I had to end the stream, unfortunately. But Real Talk Thursday, we could get into more of that, So, I know y'all guys was talking about the Moto G. And I want to kind of chime in on that. I think it's a superb device. I love it. Everything about it is pretty good. 1080p screen. Everything is good. The only issue I had with the Moto G was when I did the video doing the Pokemon thing, but it could have been that I was utilizing all the resources by using a live stream and playing Pokemon at the same time. So I think the 617 processor just can't handle that. But it's overall, it's a great device. I'm still reviewing it, so I still got a lot of videos that I'm making for it. So yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. I see BG Tech in the stream. Man, how did I miss that?
Yeah, all the big dogs in the stream today.
Man, they in here, man. Yeah, you know, the Moto G4 overall good package to me. I don't have any issues with it at all. I don't have no issues with it at all.
Yeah, well, what I did was when I was doing my Pokemon test on it, I used the screenshot software to record the screen while I was out there in the park, and it wasn't that high. But when I was using it, the Pokemon app crashed a few times, and also the screenshot sharing app crashed. So I was having some real bad issues. That I put it all on my video, but I'm going with a shot. I'm going with a second shot on it because a lot of people requested that in the comments. Say, Eric, go on there and restart the program again and redo the video. So I was going to do it in the part 2 to the Pokemon video. The G4. I think I rolled it too hard. I mean, one thing that people have to realize when you buy a $199 device, it's a great device, but don't expect it to have the 820 processor in it. It's not that run everyday task, but don't expect it to run high-end 3D games. And I think that's what a lot of people have a problem with. They think it's going to run like a GS7. And that's just not the case.
You're right.
I mean, but you're saving $700.
You're right.
You're saving $700. So, yeah, it's one of those things that I think a lot of people try to get GS7 performance out of a $199 phone. I talked about this with my Honor 5X. You have to lower your expectations a little bit, even though, don't get me wrong, the G4 blowing me away with performance. And I talk about this price versus performance, and that's kind of my thing now. The word flagship is one of those things that we got to get out of our brains. What is a flagship?
Yeah.
Paying $1,000 for a phone? That ain't a flagship. That's an overpriced device. You got to give blood and sell one of your kidneys. No. Come on, man. People there have to, look, me and the Samsung Knights, I know we all talked about this, and we were blow for blow. But I look at it, performance versus price. That's what it is. It's a GS7, give you value for the price, and the answer is no. Just being real. And a lot of people debate with me about it. It was hard for me to spend $1,000 on the Galaxy S7 Edge. Come on, give me my money back. That's the way I look at it. And a lot of people disagree. The phone is great. Yeah, my Honor 5X is great too. The Moto G is great. The OnePlus 3 is great. But I pay $1,000. That's the thing that I've been preaching on my channel. Performance.
Well, good thing this ain't your channel, because we ain't gonna be on here talking about no Samsung Nights, partner.
Nah.
You know I gotta give you a hard time, man.
Yeah.
I'm there with you all the way, baby.
On my channel.
I'm always on your channel.
Yeah, man. I've just been preaching that, and I think what it is a lot of people looking at all these Verge and all these other channels.
Yeah.
And say, I'm going to go out and buy, this $1,000 device. When you look at that, wow. You got the Moto G. This is not the Moto G from last year. This is not the Moto. This, to me, reminds me of the Moto X. It's a great, phenomenal device. It's for $199, and I'm tripping. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. So that's one of the things that I preach on my channel, and I try to give But yeah, great show. I always wanted to call that, and make sure I show love to y'all.
Oh yeah, we gotta have Eric call in, man. We wouldn't be right if you didn't. we have to rotate channels. I'm always on your stream. You know how I go down. For real.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the Moto G, man, I think I will recommend this device over several other devices. Let's just be real about it. It's affordably priced. You're getting a lot of bang for buck, and that's just it is what it is. It is what it is. Hands down.
Yeah, I agree. I think in my opinion, the Moto G to me is going to be the phone of the year. I mean, just be honest, at $199 price point, you're getting performance, you're getting a great screen, awesome screen. Oh my God, awesome screen. The screen looks like it's popping off the screen. And the screen is 10 out of a 10. I want to give it a 9.5 on screen. Also, as far as performance, I think if they would have put the 652 processor in it, oh man.
Yeah, now the 652. Now you're talking, but then the price, they would have raised the price up to like $399.
Yeah.
Because the 652 can handle a quad HD display.
Right, and I'm thinking if they would have stuck with 1080p, which is fine, I love the 1080p screen, with the 652 at about a $249 price point, I would say that's probably going to be the phone of the year. I mean, then it'll be compete with the Moto Z.
Yeah.
So I think they had to go with 617 because if they would have went with the 652, then they would have been competing with the Moto Z. And I think that they don't want to alienate the flagship.
That's right.
And so I think that's why they made it. But still, I mean, you could always say that the Moto G is up there with the Nexus 6P. It's up there with the Nexus X, up there with the OnePlus 3. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of bang for my buck here, and I'm very pleased with the Moto G. And I would never say that a year ago. The 2015 Moto G wasn't even close to the 2016 Moto G.
I think Anthony said that earlier.
Phenomenal device. Yeah. It's a phenomenal device. I recommend this. And actually, my wife said, hey, I like that device. She willing to give up her iPhone for Moto G. And that says a lot to give up an iOS near and dear for a Moto G. So that's interesting.
It sure is. That's good talk right there, man. Good talk. We appreciate that, brother. Yes.
There's no problem. But I'm not going to hold the phone up. I could be on there talking all night. I got 2 to 3 hour streams myself, so I'll be talking all night. I'm going to let y'all know. I'll be get back in the stream. All I want to do is say thumbs up to everybody. And look, guys, I'm a hard work. I got 3 YouTube channels. I got 2 websites. I run my own business. I'm filming every day. I do 2 live streams. I mean, I'm always working. I got a VIP section for all my VIPs in the building. So, yeah, check me out. Easy Computer Solutions, New Orleans Tech, and Nola King Studio. This your boy Easy. Get your popcorn ready, and you know how I do it.
We're going to follow you on that journey.
Follow me on that journey.
Yeah. All right, big homie.
All right,
brother. We're going to move to, that's my man Eric in the house. We're going to move to the bill. Shout out to BG Tech. He beat me to it. Before we go forward, I want to give a special shout out to Pastor Jesse Olin for all of your support. He's an avid BlackBerry fan. We're going to keep that moving, though. But shout out to Pastor Jesse. Much love for supporting the channel. So BG Tech, we're going to move to some. I was going to it, but BG Tech beat me to it. We're going to move to the body. But first, remember I was talking about the Moto app? See, this is what it says when you go for the Moto app. It shows that it's not available for this phone. I don't know why it's not available, but that's what it says. So maybe I'll install the APK and grab it. But nonetheless, shout out to BG Tech for moving us along to the next subject, which is body. It's body. Who going to take us? J.Johnson, you want to start this one off?
I think it's solid. I wish they would have kept the curve from the past Moto G devices, but overall, it's a solid build. I just wish they would have kept that curve a little bit.
I don't know if you guys can hear me. I actually love the back on this device.
That's Anthony calling into the wrong thing. Anthony got booted or something. I don't know how, but I got like 1,000 things going on here.
Yeah, I got like 3 or 4 devices going on.
Yeah, let me close
Yeah,
that.
like, all of mine are going off right now.
Got my iPhone across the room going off.
Yeah, Anthony got booted. But go ahead, man. Anthony, you was talking. Go ahead. I'm gonna put Anthony back in. Let me see if I can get Anthony and put him back in.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Build quality. The build quality I think is high. I personally like it how it is. I mean, it's got that soft touch. Anthony's trying to get back in. Let me invite him again. It's got that soft touch. He just said the link is good. It's got that soft touch back. Now, I do understand what Jay is saying, like with the curve. But I think for what this phone is, I just like it because it's got this back on here. The way it's built. Yeah, you good, bro. I think just the way this phone is built and how wide it is, how it looks, the flat back. I really like it. I think they did a good job on this soft touch back right here. I think it speaks volumes for the way they put this together. I do like the little. You guys notice that subtle curve on the hump of the camera. I think they did a good job designing that. I don't think I would have changed. I think when Tony was talking about the metal and how it looks metal, it does look metal at some points, but I like that subtle hump right there. The dimple, I'm glad they kept the dimple. I don't know, I think that would have been it. I would have liked, for the body, and I know we talked about this earlier, but I think Anthony mentioned this about the front-facing speaker. I would have liked to have seen another, if they could have put another speaker down here, but I think like Eric was just saying on the phone, it's kind of hard you'll start to outdo yourself. You'll start to compete with yourself, and if you make a phone that's too good and it costs less than your flagships, but it's better, then you kick yourself in the foot. That's kind of what you'll do. You'll kick yourself in the foot. So, but it would have been. They could have. Don't you guys think they could have put another speaker down here?
Definitely.
Room for it. Because this speaker is where I was going to go next. But what do you guys? Do you think the speaker is loud enough?
I think it is.
Me too. You guys think? Anybody think it's not that loud or it's not good?
I think it's a great speaker. It just would have been better if there was 2.
Agreed. Tony, what you think?
Tony, I think, had electrical thing going.
Oh wow, yeah, because he dropped off for a second.
He said on his Hangout something electrical happened.
Oh wow, he's still in here. He just muted out and got his camera off. But yeah, I don't know, man. I'm glad that that we have it on.
Can you see me now?
Yeah, you good, Tony? Yeah, we got you.
Yeah. So.
Oh wait, did he go? He's freezing up.
I was eating some, so I didn't get to listen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, we were just covering the front speaker and the body, dude.
No. The best part about the device that I like was the back, the feel of the back. It reminds me of the Nexus 5. Real good feel.
You talking about the feeling?
Yeah, I'm talking about. I didn't catch all the conversation. I'm talking about the back cover on it.
I'm happy you can change the back cover. Because I'm gonna get my MKBHD version. I'm gonna get that red for the back. That's what I'm gonna do.
Does anybody know when the backs are coming out?
No, man. I saw you tweeted about that, and so did I. But they just told me, they directed me to the website and said, that generic statement, look out for more news here. That's all they gave me. That's all they gave me. Just look for here, and they sent me to the Motorola website. But whenever it does come back out, I'll probably get a blue one and a red one, probably. I don't know. Because I like to keep this phone out of a case because it's beautiful. I got my tempered glass on there, so, nothing. It's much thinner with the without the boxy case on there. But yeah, man, I like it as is. I'm gonna buy me some skins, some shells, or whatever it is. But let's move to the Anybody else have anything else on the body and the front speaker? No?
I think the body's great. I actually like it better than the Moto Pure because I feel like when you're holding them both in hand, you have to actually like cuff. If I don't know if you can see it, see that you got that gap right there because you can't really get it flat. And with the Moto G, you can see you can actually hold it flat against your hands without that problem. So I love that better than I'm starting other videos.
Yeah, I'm getting some feedback.
I like that better than. Yeah, I love the way it's flat. They flattened it out instead of curving it.
Yeah, me too. So guys, we're about how far are we into this broadcast? Anybody can
2 hours.
Wow, that was a fast 2 hours. All right, I'm getting some feedback. So whoever that is, mute the video out in the background. You got it. But yeah, that was a quick 2 hours. I think we pretty much. Did we miss anything on this phone? Whoever that is, mute Did we miss anything?
Nope.
I think we got everything.
Covered pretty much everything about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, like the most consumers would want to talk about. Yeah.
I still think it's just huge that you can go to pretty much any carrier in the U.S. with this device. I mean, it's not really talked about as much as I think it should be with a lot of the reviewers.
No, you're right, Johnson. You're right. Definitely.
Yeah, because I didn't even know that just till you guys said it. Now I got because I have a couple of people that wanted to buy it, but I didn't know that you can get it on Sprint and Verizon. So now I'm going to go back to those people and tell them this thing will work on anything.
Well, and that's the thing. You're able to get more big bang for your buck being able to sell it to anybody on the street because, it's open to all 4 carriers, so you're not limited to just 2. So you can make that deal go by a little quicker just because it's that much more open as far as being able to resell your devices, and get a little more money for it. So, yeah, that's. I think you're right, J. Johnson. I think it's just an talked conversation, and it's probably outside of the price. That's a huge conversation when it comes to unlocked devices. When you can get them with all 4 carriers, man, talk about freedom, So that's a huge plus. So yeah, totally agree.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, Carly in the live chat says you missed no monthly security patches.
Oh yeah, mine is actually on. I think I'm on June. And what Carly's talking about is the recently announced where they were saying somebody's not going to get support, but you know what? To be honest, I've got a ton of other phones that don't have the latest security patch. I got there's Nexus phones that don't have the security patch. That's not really a big deal for me because only techies would be thinking about something like that. And so Carly must be a techie, but consumers don't really think about that.
She is a techie. She used to follow me quite a while back. I haven't heard from her in quite a while. It's good to hear from her again. Shout out to Carly. But she's a pretty smart girl when it comes to this stuff. So, yeah, some good information, Carly. Thank you.
Yeah, I've seen her on my channel. She's been on my channel for a long time too.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I think I don't know. I think with this phone, I want to get a final thoughts. The phone lines are open for one last round of calls, but I want to go to the panel. Because I had a fantastic time, man. I just love it. I can't tell you. I'm glad to thank you guys for coming on and doing this special panel for the G4. But what I want to ask the panel is, and even in the live stream, if you're watching this live stream, you can answer this question in the actual stream. I want to see what you have to say about this too. But do you think, and anybody can start and just go around the table, whether you start with Tony, let's end with Jay, start with Jay, let's end with Tony. Do you think Motorola actually got it right this time? Is the Moto G4 phone that you would recommend to just anybody? Did they do it right? Is this a final stomping grounds? How are they going to compete with themselves after this? What will be next? The Moto G5? How are they going to beat themselves out? Is this the complete package? Is this the complete package?
I don't know what they can do. I feel like it is a complete package. I don't know what else they can do to make it better, except for the couple of little things that it doesn't have. Like if they put back the second forward-facing a speaker, bump it up to 16 meg, the Moto G4 Plus and camera. It is going to be. There's nothing else you can really do. What are you gonna do? Bump it up to the 2K screen? I don't know. I think this is it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think definitely if you're looking at 2017 Moto G5, you're looking at a front-facing speaker on the chin of the device matching the top one. You're possibly looking at maybe a 2K display, but if you want to keep the device at $200, $225, then maybe you don't look for that so much. Maybe you look for that extra gig of RAM, and I don't know, maybe the 2K display. But then again, that's just gonna. I think you're looking for a bigger battery. You're looking for that extra speaker, and aesthetically, you add a metal build to it. And I think that you still keep it around that same price point. But I think they did it right. I think these guys lit it up when you come to a flagship budget device. And to me that's a wow factor. That's a wow for what you're getting. We mentioned all these little techie areas, but for what you're getting, for what the price is, yeah, they lit it up.
And I have to say that 149, which is what I got it for. I think even at $200, I can highly recommend this device. This device works fine. It handles my everyday task just right, and just the build quality gets the thumbs up from me, man.
Me too. Jay, what you think, man?
Yeah, I think they got it right this time. As far as next year, I don't think there's much more they can do except maybe like Anthony said, maybe add that extra front speaker, maybe bring back the full water resistance they did for the 3. But for the price point, there's not much more I don't think they can do to keep that price point low. I like what they got right now, though.
Wow. I gotta agree. I think everybody on this panel just made a valid point. I don't really have much I can add to that. I mean, if, like J.Johnson just said, if they have some kind of water repellent, certify it, IP57 or IP76, pick something, that would be somewhat of an upgrade. Add a front speaker. I don't know how they can improve on it, but I know that Moto is the G line is booming right now, and I'm sure they're selling a gang of these phones. I'm sure they're selling a lot of these. They have to be. So I don't know how they're going to improve on this, but I don't think that. I think if they do leave the price point at $199, they're going to give us a lot. We will see a metal frame or metal chassis. We will see some kind of IP certification. We will see a front speaker. We'll see something, but I don't know how much they can improve on that. I think they did a stellar job. And somebody asked me about these two right here and said, which one would I recommend? And I told them the truth. As much as I love this phone, I don't know what Keith Williams slamming me in the comments, man. Oh, my God. If you're catching this live stream, Keith, you got me. But I asked them, they asked me, I said, which one would you recommend? And I could only recommend this one over this one by a hair because I feel like this is a more complete package. That's all. This is a fantastic phone. Like, if I could take this screen and put it over here, oh, my gosh. Come on. If this had an AMOLED display, man. And if this had battery life like this phone, I'm pushing up almost 7 hours on every charge. J7 owners, I know you know this. I'm pushing up almost 7 hours on every charge. Right? And I'm also going 0 to 100 and just a swap of a battery. Just like that. Can't do that with the Moto G. But overall, the Moto G, I think, is just a complete package, man. Like J.Johnson was saying, I can use this on every carrier. That's phenomenal. That's phenomenal.
Yep.
It's just a great thing, man. So, man, the stream has been live. I want to thank. I'm going to go around and let the panel members give their shout out, give your social media, give anything you want to say, and I'll close it out. We'll start over here with J.Johnson, and we'll just go down the line to Tony, man. Y'all give y'all last for this stream. Hopefully, we'll see each other on the stream, but y'all give y'all a shout out, y'all channel, whatever y'all want to do, and I'll wrap it up, man. But I had a blast. Kick it off, Jay. Go ahead, man.
Thanks for having me on. I had a great time. It was fun. My channel is J.Johnson. You can follow me on there. YouTube, Twitter, J.Johnson, same thing. One big shout out for my Team Moto crew over in G+, John Davis, Cubamus Prime, Jeremy Collins, and Churro. Shout out to all those people. Thanks, Jake Will, for having me on. I appreciate it. Had a good time.
Anthony Knight, man, go ahead and close it out for us, man.
Yeah, I just want to thank everybody for having me on this panel. I enjoyed, myself. Go like me on Google+, Night Tech Reviews, subscribe, comment, like, dislike, whatever you want to do, and go buy the Moto G4. This panel approves this message.
That's right. You gotta take your glasses off and tilt your head. I am John Williams, and I approve this message. My Project 13, baby. What you got?
Hey, everybody. Check my channel out, My Project 13. I basically just talk a lot, do some reviews, and just like hanging out with people who like what I like. And if you agree or disagree, I'm still a part of your life regardless. But check it out. You can find me on Anthony131368 Twitter. And you can find me on Google+, My Project 13. But I want to give a shout out to a couple guys that came on there. Donovan, Paul, all you other guys who, BG, and FM, Hawthorne, my new store, to all my new co-workers over there. Thank you for taking me in. I know some of you said you were going to watch today, so I hope you are here watching. I appreciate it. Thank you, everybody, for having me on. All of you are just superb, phenomenal guys, and nice meeting you, other couple guys, Anthony Knight and Jay Johnson. Again, you know what? It's a blessing to be able to share and just talk about one of the areas in life that we love outside of our families in our daily walks. So God bless you all. Thanks for having me on. Again, this is My Project 13. Peace. I'm out.
Tony.
What up, everybody? This is Tony, and my Twitter is TonyPazo216. Also, my YouTube channel is Appletize5, youtube.com/Appletize5. This is what I love to do. I love technology. I love phones. I love speakers. Anything that has to do with technology, that's what I'm enthusiast with. Follow me on Google+. All my links are actually on my YouTube channel. If you go on my YouTube channel, you'll see me on there. I love hanging out with you guys. I think it was a great experience. We put the Moto G4, we gave it some good topics. And I'm actually enjoying this device. Would I recommend it to anybody? Absolutely. This is a device you should not sleep on. And that's it, man. I had a great time with all you guys.
Man, I sure appreciate it, man. Jay Johnson, it's good to have you back on the stream, man. You know what I mean, too. I'm not one to put people, our business is our business, but I'm really happy that you decided to join back on, brother, and that's real talk. Because I think tech is good, and I think we had a good time doing tech in the past. And I hope that you'll join me again on tech, you know what I'm saying? I think it was good.
Agree.
Yeah, I think we had a lot of fun in the past, and I think we should have a lot of fun in the future. Anthony, man, I really appreciate you getting your channel started finally. You bought like 1,000 devices, and you didn't have a channel. I'll just leave it at that. Anthony is balling. You have no idea. But it's good to have a fresh face and a fresh opinion because his channel is just starting out. He's been a techie he's been on YouTube for years. I mean years. But he never started a channel. And he can probably tell you a long time ago. I used to say, "Hey man, start that channel, dude. You got it. You're good at this." And that's how it is with me. You know, I just want to see regular people like me doing technology. And I ran into my Project 13. I call him Anthony now, man, because you know, so his fan club is my Project 13, but he's just Anthony to me. And my man Tony P. You know how we all have to keep this technology thing rolling, man. But I just think it's a fantastic thing to, and I'm trying to start a lot of series on the channel. I will have another video on the 250 or less. I haven't done it yet, but I already have the device ready to go. And this right here, if you panel members, if we all ever get the same device, I think we should do a video on it. Let's talk about it after we've used it for like 3 or 4 days and give the consumer something to look at. But I think it's a good thing, man. This is always it's fun, but it's very informative. And I get to meet a lot of people in the live stream. Speaking of the live stream, I want to shout out those mods that are in the live stream. Thank you for coming back and modding. It would be great if you could be on tomorrow because Tech Talk 12 is tomorrow. Some people were confused. They thought this was Tech Talk 12. No, this isn't Tech Talk 12. Tech Talk 12 is Tech Talk is every Wednesday at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And it's still going on tomorrow, too. So I'll be on at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time with Tech Talk 12. Hopefully you can catch me. But shout out to the mods who come into the group and help me because I had some issues in the other stream. It was just people acting crazy in there. And I told a few people, I said, I need to get some mods in here. So I really appreciate them guys, man, because it takes a lot. The stream got really crazy on that last one. There was a lot of people in there, and I just couldn't keep up. So I appreciate you guys doing the mod thing. It really helps. Boot those people who's using profanity and talking crazy and just doing crazy things. Yeah. And shout out to someone named Richard in the stream. He said Jesus is the only way, and I totally agree. I don't know any other way. That's the only reason I'm here doing this, what I'm doing, because I'm allowed to do it. And so, yeah, Richard, whoever you are in the stream, you're right. Jesus is the only way. So the people on this panel, man, I really appreciate y'all. Let's keep this tech stuff about tech, and let's focus on the tech, because that's what everybody on this panel is good at. All you guys on the panel are good at that. I mean, sometimes when you're looking at a person, they don't see what you can see. See, I look at J.Johnson, and I've been telling him for years, dude, man, you are a genius on camera. Jay, I've told that a million times to Jay, like, man, you know, I'm telling you, dude, you are a genius on camera. That's why I wanted to get you and Anthony together on camera, because both of y'all kind of said the same thing off camera. Like, man, no, dude, you got it. You got it. You're fantastic on camera. It's good to have a panel where people are not afraid to talk. Just be yourself, because the people in the stream are watching it. This is live to everybody on just watching on YouTube and the replays. You guys are a fantastic panel, and I like this setup right here where we can grab a device after we've used it. You know, you've seen book clubs. People read a book, you know what I'm saying? And then they come together and talk about it. That's all we're doing. That's all we're doing for the average consumer. We're reading a book. We're giving it back to yeah. That's all we're doing, right, Jay? That's all we're doing.
Yeah.
We're reading a book, and we're giving it back to them. That's all we're doing. So, man, I hope to see you guys in the next book club. I don't know what phone it's going to be about, but
it's a tech club.
Yeah, it's a tech club. That's what it is. It's a tech club, man. Keith Williams and Sean, they modded the group today, man. Once again, I can't tell you thank you enough. I learned a lot about the mods. If you guys are doing live streams, when you make someone a mod, they're always going to be a mod. And you know, those people, I see these people in other streams, and we talk offline. This is a fantastic movement, man. I say keep the movement going, man, and let's keep the real technology users like me and you doing this thing over and over and over again. So I appreciate the support from everywhere. You know, this stream was great. All the people who call in, I encourage people to call in. I always give credit to Eric from Easy Computer Solutions, who told me take phone calls. Yeah, I take no credit. That was his idea. He said, Jay, you good, man, take some phone calls. I was like, nah, I was kind of nervous about doing that, man. You know, but you know what? That's probably one of the best moves I've ever made, because it gives people to actually have a voice. Like, they're not on camera with us on this panel, so they can only type in the comments. But I'm always leave that door open when I'm on the stream with a panel like this, or just whoever, to take phone calls. I think it's a fantastic move. So it's your man Jay Will. Join me live tomorrow on TikTok 12. I do have some great announcements coming. You'll probably be surprised at some of the things I bring in. No, you won't, because the panel always said it, don't I? You know, everybody, you already know I'm buying every phone that come out probably if I can get it, but it's not a surprise. And everybody on the panel is going to have the same phones too, so we'll probably be doing this again. But the fact of the matter is, we're all in it for the same thing, is to have a good time. If you're able to catch us live and you're not watching this replay, you got to make it to the live stream. It is amazingly fun. Because if you don't know, I'll tell you, after the live stream goes away and it just turns into regular comments. But tomorrow, I will tell you this, tomorrow I'll be giving away an LG 360 cam. So during my live stream on Tech Talk 12, on Tech Talk, I'm moving to giveaways, live giveaways. I'll post some videos for giveaways. Tomorrow I'll probably give away a smartphone or the LG 360 cam. I think I'll let the people choose. But tomorrow, join me on Tech Talk 12, where I will be doing another live giveaway. It was a lot of fun last time. So if you're on this panel, you're automatically eliminated. You cannot win because so don't even think about it. I'm gonna put that disclaimer out there. If you're on this panel, don't even bother entering. So come join me. But if for some reason you get picked in that winner, you just boot yourself out because you already have everything. We're giving it to the people who don't have it. You know what I'm saying? Gotcha. Yeah. But yeah, man. But most of the panel members have it already. You guys have a 360 cam. You have.
I do not have a
360
cam.
So
I do not have a 360
cam. Jay,
No,
you don't have a 360 cam?
No,
I ain't got no 360 cam.
Oh man, that's too bad, man. Look at Tony got his holding his up.
Us new guys don't have it. We don't have that kind of stuff.
Man, you ain't that new now. You got.
I got mine.
I'm the low subscriber group here. We don't have all that stuff yet.
Oh man, Tech Talk is tomorrow. What's that happening?
No, I'm gonna have to go get a 360 cam now, right?
We can have a Tech Talk with a 360 cam when we all do it.
Oh my God, Tech Talk 12, man. Tech Talk 12 is tomorrow. If you're free tomorrow and you're on this panel and you want to join in Tech Talk 12, I don't have a problem with it. Just bring me up to tomorrow. Hey, Jay, I'm free. I can jump in for a little bit. Whatever, it's fine. You could be a panel member. But Tech Talk 12 is tomorrow. Got some great things to talk about in technology. There's a lot of phones that are coming out, tablets, whatever. We're just going to talk about it for a little while. I never plan on doing a long stream, but if it's fun, it's fun. So I want to shout out to Albert, man. Albert is a guy who, I think he's in the UK. He can never catch my live stream because the time zone is different over there. I don't know what time it is over there for him right now, but I'm pretty sure it's like 1 in the morning, or I don't know what time it is, but I can't believe he actually caught this live stream. I talked to him on Twitter a lot, so shout out to Albert for actually catching the live stream. There is a live giveaway tomorrow. I don't know if it's going to be an LG 360 cam or a smartphone, but I do have one to give away. So I will give it away tomorrow, and I'll ship it out as soon as possible. So spread the word. If you're in this stream, if you're watching this stream, send it out to everybody. Again, shout out to the mods who come in and take care of things for us. It was a lot of fun. I think it'll just get better the more we go on. So, man, I almost wanted to end with a prayer. Oh, boy. I won't do it to y'all. Y'all like, Jay, keep it check. It's cool. But shout out to that guy, Richard. You're right. Jesus is the way. Eric, man, you be easy. I'll see you in the comments still. I will see you guys tomorrow for Tech Talk 12. My wife is actually pulling in right now, so I'm getting ready to have a late dinner. And I will see you guys, man. In the live stream, you guys are the best. Appreciate it, man. Panel members, I ain't going to say I love y'all, but y'all are good at this tech thing. That would have been a little deep, right? Peace, y'all. It's your man, Jay Will, Tony Pazo, J.Johnson, Anthony, Night Reviews, and My Project 13. Y'all did a fantastic job. We out.
We out.
Yeah, see you.